Hello and welcome to the stream. Do you mind if I just sleep? Would that be okay? Would you guys just hang out while I have a sleep? I am so tired today. Today we're going to be playing some BattleTech. I don't know how long for. There are two reasons behind that. One, today is the release date of the early access beta thingamajig for MechWarrior 5, so I'm going to be constantly refreshing my profile page there to see if I've got the code yet for it. 1 second. Sorry, spare you that massive burp. And second reason is, as Sarge guessed correctly, I'm operating on 2 hours sleep today. So I'm very tired and almost certainly won't do the full length show, or I might just end up doing a snooze stream. Interesting day ahead of me. We've already had to go into town to the local council to register William today. So he is now officially a person. So very pleased about that. That's all done and dusted. He's got his proper birth certificate. But back to the game anyhow. Oh man, my thoughts are going to be so scattered today. You're just going to have to bear with me. I'm going to be all over the place. I've invested some time over the weekend rather than doing what I would normally do, which is take a break from BattleTech and play some other stuff, chill out. This weekend I spent my time making sure I'd got some weapons to show you guys. Because let's face it, new DLC, we all want to see the new weapons, really, don't we? I mean, the new mechs as well, but also the new weapons. So I have managed to grab a few things. So I'm only on heavy mechs. I've not picked up assaults yet, but I have loaded these out in various ways. So first of all, I'll show you this this lance at the bottom. So we've got a rifleman, which is one of the new mechs. As the first mech in this lance. Oh, another massive burp. Sorry. I had like a few minutes to try and shove some food in me before going live. Burping is going to be a thing. There'll be lots of muting for at least the first few minutes. This rifleman, brand new mech to the vanilla game at least. Obviously, we've been using this already for quite some time if you've been playing with mods, but we didn't have this thingamajig here, the rangefinder suite, which is Hairbrain's way of doing quirks with these mech components. So this comes with a rangefinder suite, which gives you 100-meter view distance. So you just get that. You don't need to put a module in. In fact, you can't put a cockpit module in because the cockpit is already occupied by this rangefinder suite. So if you were wondering, oh, can I get it up to 200 meters? No, you can't. 100 meters is enough though, trust me. It also has -2 to recoil and range penalty, which is also quite handy if you're going to put ballistics in this thing. And let's face it, with 4 ballistic hardpoints, you really should put ballistics in this thing. So what I have done with it, if I just go to refit, that'll be the easiest way of showing you guys, is I've hunted myself down some Ultra AC5s. I did say previously I want the Ultra AC5s. I think they're going to be good. They're beyond good. They're completely overpowered, but we'll get to that in a moment. So I've stacked in 2 Ultra AC5s. I had to strip the armor down quite a bit, more than I would normally like to, but this thing does have a plus 100 meter range view, so you can kind of stay out of trouble most of the time. I haven't been shot in the back with it yet, but now I'm streaming, that's probably going to happen. Something will ambush me from behind and this thing will die, but what can we do, eh? So we've got risky low amounts of armor on the rear and on the legs, but so far it's been all right. And the other thing I've put in it, which is also new, is this tag laser, which you will see here gives a bonus of plus 10% damage to energy and ballistic weapons. So what I do is I fire this thing at my target first with the tag laser, and then everything that shoots afterwards gets this nice 10% damage buff, which is pretty awesome. So that's the rifleman, very simple build. Also 4 tons of ammo, just worth noting that because, I mean, it's obvious, but in case it isn't to everyone, the Ultra AC5s fire 2 rounds when you fire them instead of the single 1 round that an AC5 would fire, so you need twice as much ammo. So I've got 2 tons for each of these weapons, totaling 4. So that's the rifleman, and that's basically my scout for this lance because it can see really far. And then the rest of the lance is 2 Ultra AC5s and 2 medium lasers. So I've got a Jaeger mech, 2 Ultra AC5s, 2 medium lasers. I've got a Catapult K2, 2 Ultra AC5s and 2 medium lasers. And then I've got an Orion ON1V, which has got 2 improved Ultra AC5s. So this one here has -2 recoil and is 2 tons lighter. So just going to point out that the basic vanilla Ultra AC5 completely overpowered. These plus and plus ones, that the improved ones, even more overpowered. So yeah, we've got -2 recoil and -2 tons to this one, and the other one is -1 recoil and -1 ton. This allowed me to basically run these hotter ER medium lasers, and believe me, Lost Tech is also a lot easier to find now in heavy metal. You just search for locations where Lost Tech appears, and away you go, and there's some Lost Tech. So this is really this DLC has given the players the options of just getting what they want and making themselves overpowered. So some people might not like that. To be honest, I was a little bit like, oh, this is too easy. You've made it too easy to get the stuff. But then again, it might be argued, well, you don't have to buy the equipment. You can just not buy it if you're finding it. If you want to make the game harder for yourself, which is true, you can. But we want to see the new stuff, so I've gone for it anyhow. Now, they've also tweaked the Lost Tech, because I swear the ER medium lasers weren't 35 damage and 20 heat before, but they are now. So this Orion, I've slapped a couple of those in alongside these improved Ultra AC5s, and this is pretty insanely good. Right, so hey, how you doing? Good to see you guys. Harry is here as well. Good to see you, Harry. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so oh, is it almost Thanksgiving for you guys? We don't do that over here, so I don't know the date, but happy almost Thanksgiving to you too, Cassian. Where was I? Yeah, so yeah, these Ultra AC5s completely overpowered. You'll see why when I get to use them. You're just gonna have to take my word for it for now. And speaking of more overpowered things, this is the other lance I've got set up here. So we're starting with a TDR 5SE Thunderbolt, energy hardpoints, and all I've slapped in this is 2 snub PPCs and a NARC beacon, and we'll get to the NARC beacon in a moment. But yeah, we've got -5 heat on one of them and +5 stability damage on the other. These snub PPCs, they do spread around. On my first day of streaming, I was like, yeah, I'm not sure about these. I think it was just our gunnery skill wasn't that great, because now I'm like, yeah, these are pretty stupidly good as well. So it doesn't look like a lot of weaponry on this mech, but it does plenty of damage. You'll see here it's 151 firepower just from those 2 weapon systems there, and I've got a buttload of heat sinks. And then we come to the NARC beacon. So I've just got the 1 ton of NARC ammo, so that gives me 6 rounds. But so far, that's been enough. I haven't felt the need to add another ton of NARC ammo to this yet. But what the NARC does is it will tag a mech, assuming you hit the target, and you will get +25 damage to that mech from missiles. So that works well with this lance, because this is my Brawly lance. So this Thunderbolt tends to be my scout at the front. That will fire first. And then, once we've got that NARC beacon attached, we let loose with this. We've got the Catapult C4, 4 missile hard points on this. So, of course, I slapped in 4 SRM6s, 4 tons of ammo, and a couple of medium lasers. So, once you've got that NARC attached to a target, this thing makes a real mess of them, particularly if they're out of cover. I'm sure you can imagine all of that firepower with +10, what is it, +25% damage? Yeah, +25% damage. It's ridiculous. I've then got a Cataphracts 1X, because I like Cataphracts, and I managed to make a brawler out of this. Look, we got a double heatsink as well, which I found in the shop. So double heatsinks do also now appear in shops. We've got an LB2X. Now, I was, before I've come to show you guys this, I was at one stage running 4 of those on a Jaeger mech, and that was very effective. Just think of it in terms of like sniper range SRMs. That's the kind of equivalent of them. Spready damage, but insanely long range and very good. Each one of these LB2Xs does 48 damage. Now, it is scattered about, but 48 is a lot, particularly when you times that by 4. And also on that Jägermech, I think I had 4 LB2Xs and 3 medium lasers on top for when they get a bit closer. Ridiculous firepower for a 65 tonner. Anyway, at the moment I've just got the one on this Cataphract. The reason I've just got one there is because it was just backing up what I already had. It was like, well, what have I got tonnage for? An LB2X, that'll do. The main armament for this is the Snub PPCs. So already got 2 of those on the Thunderbolt. 2 more of these are on the Cataphract. This one does +5 damage. This one does -5 heat. And just want to point out that when you get plus damage on these Snub PPCs, it's not just +5 overall, it's +5 per scatter shot. So rather than being 15 times 5, which is the standard, this one does 20 damage times 5, which is ridiculous. And I do believe there is a +10 damage version of this as well. So it gets really stupid, as I'm sure you can imagine. But don't worry, as I said before, anything that happens with this DLC that ends up being ridiculously overpowered, I'm sure Harry will save us all and nerf it into the ground and make things balanced. So on to the next weapon system. I've got ER small lasers in this as well. They now do 30 damage and for only 10 heat. That's pretty damned awesome. And they're half a ton each. So, yep, I chucked a couple of those in as well since we found some. So, as you can see already, this lance so far is all about just sheer weight of firepower. It's not pinpoint accurate, but it will just strip all of your armor from all locations all at once. And we're not even done yet because we've got the ON1K as well, this Orion here, which is more of the same. So another couple of SRM6s in there, so that's taking advantage of the NARC. An LB10X in there as well, so more ridiculous spready damage. That's 10 damage times 8. That's a lot. And then a couple of medium lasers on top. So this lance is just for melting faces, and it does really melt faces. And then of course, let's not forget those Snub PPCs also have the sensor impairment effect on them as well. So not only are you melting the enemy's faces, but I've got 4 weapon systems here that can reduce the enemy's chance to shoot me back. So this lance is disgusting close up. This lance is disgusting far away. And then I've not really formed this lance yet. I'm getting there with it. But I'll just show you quickly. We do have an archer. This is just very straightforward. LRM-15s, dump load of ammo, and a couple of medium lasers on the archer. It's just there because I had an archer, and I figured excuse me. There we go. That's out. I figured I'd just build it as a long-range indirect fire mech because I don't actually have one right now, but I haven't needed one either. But we recently got the Grasshopper. That's just going to be the classic build I always use in the Grasshopper. Fill it full of medium lasers and machine guns and jump jets, and yeah, that's overpowered enough on its own. But then I've got the Dragon, and you wouldn't have seen me using Dragons by choice previous to this DLC release. This time I decided to use it because I wanted to test out these medium coils. I've only found the medium coils so far. I haven't seen the large or the small. I will give those a try when I get hold of them, but I've got a couple of these chucked in. It doesn't look like very much, does it? You think, well, it's all heat sinks and a couple of medium coils, and then you look at it and it says 25 damage, 50 heat. Well, it's not very good, is it? It is good though, because it multiplies its damage by your evasion. Of course, I'll use a pilot that can build up extra evasion. You move your maximum distance and you shoot, and it's basically armed with 2 Gauss rifles as a consequence, because each of these will do 75 damage. It's not as long range as Gauss. It's a max range of 270, so you've got to get fairly close to use them. But they will do 75 damage each pretty much every time you use them, as long as you're playing it right. Now, I don't like this as much as I like the other stuff. The other stuff is completely overpowered. This is less so. But one thing that is novel about it is that it does encourage you to not just sit in cover and shoot things. When you're using these coils, you want to be moving about. You want to be moving out in the open more. Relying on your evasion and making sure you're building up the maximum damage you can with those coil rifles. But yeah, they're pretty nice. In other things that we have discovered, I do have more weapons. I don't have enough mechs to put them on everything. We've got a Gauss rifle. We've got 5 LB2Xs. We've got a couple of LB5Xs. We've got 3 LB20Xs for when I finally get a King Crab or an Atlas. I'll stick a couple of those in to see how that goes. I've got 6 Ultra AC2s, 7 if you count that improved one as well. A couple more Ultra AC5s, an Ultra AC10, and a couple of Ultra AC20s. And I just want to point out this one, the Ultra AC20++, which has plus 20 damage and is 3 tons lighter. You what, mate? Like, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I haven't put it in anything so far because I'm going to save it for my Assault Mechs. That's the short version. Now, there is something else I wanted to point out because you will see right here, I'm sitting on 14 tons of LB2X ammo. And that's because I keep having to buy it, and then when I try to equip it on mechs, it disappears. There's a bug. I assume they're aware of it by now, but there's a bug with the LB2X ammo, just so you're aware. So if you want to actually be able to equip LB2Xs and give your mech ammo, what I recommend is just buy it while you're building the mech. So you go to where's one that's got it? There we go. Let's go to the Cataphracts. So you go to your refit page, you stick the weapon in the mech. Don't have any ammo in the list here. I don't know if it's going to show up now, whether they've patched it already and I've not noticed. Oh, there we go. So it is showing up there. But do you see that it's only showing up 5 tons of it right now? And you clearly saw a moment ago I had 14 tons of it, right? So that in itself is a bug. And then there was this thing going on. Did you see what happened there? So I just dragged a ton of ammo into the mech and it just disappeared. Just straight up disappears. And now I have 4 tons and the ammo is nowhere on the mech. It's still 70 tons. So that's a problem. Now, the way to work around that, you see, it's ridiculous. The way to work around it is you go to the store and just buy the ammo from the store while you're building the mech and equip it immediately. That works. As you can see, I do have ammo on this mech. That's how I did it. If you try to do it from your list, it will just keep disappearing. I've got through quite a lot of tons of that ammo and watched it disappear, just going, well, this is stupid. So just a heads up about that. But that's the only... apart from that and an infinite load, which we've had infinite loads in the game since day one, they're the only 2 bugs that I've encountered so far. Yeah, discard all of that, please. But yeah, bugs aside, I have to say my experience of the new weapons so far is they are completely overpowered. Now, let's go back that up by doing some missions, and you'll see what I mean. Right, let's do a base capture. A little tight on money, so I'm going to up that. And we'll take out the long-range stuff first. So I want my rifleman at the front. And I want my Jaeger, my K2, and which Orion? That Orion. Let's get Black Cat, Catch, Rylan, and Sarge. Okay. So... You'll see what I mean. I know this is only a 3 skull mission as well, but it doesn't really matter how many skulls it is when you can sit at stupidly long range and absolutely batter things. So let me explain why I think these Ultra AC5s are overpowered. So they weigh 1 ton more than a standard AC5, yet they fire 2 shots, and the heat is just the equivalent of 2 AC5s. So you're not paying loads of extra heat, you're just paying 1 extra ton for the privilege of stacking in so much more firepower. So the way to look at it for the previous game, to get this kind of firepower, I would have had to have put 4 AC5s in each of these mechs. Now, of course, there's almost no mechs that you could put 4 AC5s in, realistically. Just the Annihilator, I think. That we had in the mod previously. I don't think there was anything else I could have put 4 AC5s in realistically. So these Ultra AC5s have meant that I can have that in heavy mechs, you know, that equivalent. In fact, even in a 60-ton heavy mech, the Rifleman, that's packing 2 Ultra AC5s. So yeah, it's pretty bonkers. Now, some people might like that, you know. Lots of people play Rogue Tech, so you know, some people just like being able to get hold of ridiculously awesome gear and having their own fun with that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But not everybody likes that. I would say I prefer a more balanced experience. where I'm not just given an I win button, because that's how this feels, and you will see what I mean. So what do we got there? That's a Griffin. Okay, let's position ourselves nice and far away. There we go, that'll do. So I've still got 95% chances to hit. So one thing I haven't mentioned is you do get quite hefty recoil penalties on these Ultra AC5s. But, I mean, my gunnery skill's up pretty high by this point, and that's not really too much of an issue for me. Right, so we're just going to completely obliterate this guy. Harry says there's an update to the game that's supposed to fix the LB2X ammo issue. Well, you quite clearly saw right there that it hasn't. It absolutely isn't fixed, because I just tried to equip some and it disappeared. So maybe it's fixed for ammo that you pick up from here on in, and it's not fixed for ammo that I already had. I don't know, but there was definitely still something wrong there. So yeah, that's one dead mech. I mean, granted, he did have his back to us, so a little bit of a fix. But you see the power of these things, though, right? Right, let's go here. And of course, it's even more ridiculous when coupled with precision strike. So let's do one of those now. Let's go for the CT. And also worth pointing out, we are talking about the vanilla levels of precision strike as well, not the Commander's Edition heavily nerfed ones that we're used to. So this is stupidly easy. So that guy's open just from that volley. I mean, there's plenty of times where that guy would have been straight up dead. Not this time. Right, let's pop catch over here and just see if we get lucky on this one. Nah, he survived that, but you see he's already absolutely ruined. His CT is open. He's a complete mess. And if I choose, I didn't need to move forward to engage that. I could have just stayed out of range, stayed in the safety of my cover. I'm just being cocky with these because I know I can. So that's why I'm standing out in the open in front of them, just laughing it off. Right, let's move this here mech forwards. Oh no, actually I'll save that because I wanted to get my tag laser in range and show you the extra damage, but I can't quite. But as you can see, this guy, he's got 21 internal hit points remaining. So let's just move up. Now you will notice this time there's been a drop off in the hit chance. It's still 70% though, which is damn near good enough. Now, do I just go for luck or do I just precision strike this? I'm just going to precision strike this. I mean, I don't even need to fire the UACs for this, but I'm going to. Hey, Gecko, thank you very much for the resub, mate. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all your support, dude. Thank you.
Should have run when you had the chance.
So, another mech down. Oh, we've got a Black Knight here. Thank you for the bits as well. Okay, well, this will give me something worth tagging. Hey, Tasku, not too bad, thank you. The new guns are overpowered. Most of them is the short version. Right, so what we got? 60% on the tag there. We'll take it. Hope it hits so you can see the extra damage. Yeah, tag laser hit. So now everything I plow into this guy with my remaining couple of mechs is going to be hurting him 10% more. There we go. So you see these Ultra AC5s are now doing 49 damage. Now imagine if these were the plus 10 damage versions, and judging from the fact that there are plus 10 damage versions to the snub PPCs, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that there will be plus 10 damage versions of Ultra AC5s. It's just... there are no words. There are no words for how overpowered that's going to end up being. There just aren't. So this guy's half a mech already.
I think I hit something good.
Is that all you got, Assassin? Is that it? Is that it? Hey, Wolfsart, how you doing? Sorry, I nearly missed you there. You nearly disappeared off the top. Right, so yeah, he's wide open. He's ready for the finishing. What should I do? I'll just finish him. Let's just shoot him.
Coordinates received.
Precision strike it just to make sure.
Take this.
There we go. Dead Black Knight. You see what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure that I can encounter assault mechs and play a little smarter and just keep my range. Use that 100-meter rangefinder, and just keep it so they can't shoot me back, and just wreck everything. Like, I've not even upgraded the Argo to get all the resolve income up yet. So I'm operating on piddling amounts of resolve. I could be gaining a lot more resolve per turn. I don't have any command modules yet either. So, once you're getting that resolve in and you got all of this, we missed the tag laser. It's just an I win button, isn't it?
Waiting for orders.
So, yeah. Now, wait till I show you the brawlers as well. I mean, this is my favourite. Well, I say favourite. If I'm to accept that being OP is okay, which I don't really want to, but let's pretend that I'm accepting that OP is okay. This is my favourite setup because I always like the long range stuff. I like the Ultra AC5s because I liked them in MechWarrior Online, and I'm a sucker for nostalgia. There's something very satisfying about the sound of lots of Dakka. I just like the long range strategies a little bit more. You can play safer if you choose with long range stuff. But the brawling stuff is stupid. Equally stupid. We'll come to that though in a moment. Right.
Yes, Commander.
Where's the rifleman?
Yes, Commander.
Always go with the rifleman first.
Position confirmed.
It's only an assassin, so yes, we're just charging this guy down. Do you see? I haven't let up for a turn, have I? I've been firing these Ultra AC5s turn after turn. It's not like it's becoming unusable, from the recoil. But these are fairly reasonably leveled up pilots by this point, so when you've got noob pilots, you feel it a bit more. You'll be seeing stuff like 40% chances to hit, but even 40% chance when you're firing two big ass Ultra AC5 projectiles, it's not that bad. You fire two of them, one of them will probably hit, and that's still a lot of damage. Oh, what are we doing here? Scouting the factory. I mean, we've obliterated everything they've thrown at us so far. Hopefully there'll be more.
I read you, Commander. Moving out. Location confirmed. Heading out.
Hey, Jay Harug. I hope I said your name right. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I almost missed your message. He says, hi there. Noticed you in my recommended. By the looks of it, you're gaming a few of the games I like and try to game as much as I can myself. Blood Bowl and this game, though I only just recently got the base game as I'm poor scroll. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, strategy games are fun. That's the short version. Blood Bowl, absolutely fantastic game. Battletech, really like this as well. Going to be playing some MechWarrior 5, hopefully, when that comes out as well. I don't know if you'll be into that, but we're going to give that a go as well. Speaking of which, I'm just going to refresh my profile page, see if they've given me a key yet. No. Does anybody have an idea on what time? I mean, it's PGI, so I'm assuming there's no time been announced, and we're just going to have to wait and see when it lands. But today is the day. Today is the 26th, right? I'm not confused. Yeah, it's definitely the 26th. Today is the day that they said we would have early access to MechWarrior 5. So we'll see when that occurs. Knowing my luck, it won't happen before the end of my stream. But that will be what I'm streaming tomorrow, though. If it comes out, tonight, I will stream it tomorrow because it'll be brand new. Okay, So I've walked out into the open in front of a lance that's just been dropped in. Super smart, big brain, genius tactics at work here. Oh no, Wolfsheart, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh my god. So Wolfsheart's not been around because his daughter has been in hospital with, is that bronchitis or bronchiolitis? Either way, it's something to do with lungs. And that sounds really awful. He says, nothing breaks your heart like seeing a 2-year-old on oxygen. I hope she's all right, Wolfsheart. I'm sure everyone will share that sentiment.
Commander, waiting for orders.
You'll be in our thoughts, mate. I hope she's okay. Is she recovering? Sarge says, you'll have to forgive Doyle. He's noted for being at least 10 to 15 minutes behind responding in chat. Ha! I saw that one almost immediately, Sarge. But that's because I've skipped past a lot of messages. Yeah, it happens. You lot talk too much. It's like streaming for a bunch of old women. That's going to get me in trouble, isn't it? Deal with it. Right, what are we going to do? Let's go with... Yeah, we'll just fire at this guy. We'll get him tagged, and then I'll go for some precision striking with the others. Oh, Wolfsheart says she's doing much better now. Yeah, hospitals aren't the most comfortable places to stay.
What can I do for you?
Right. Well, the cover's over here, so rather than moving away from the enemy, I'm actually moving towards them, but I'm getting myself in cover. This guy is now taking extra damage, so I'm going to plow everything into this Thunderbolt because he's tagged. And you'll see there's a little target symbol on him. I'll just flick the camera to another mech as I'm trying to point that out, but you'll see a little red crosshair on it, which is indicating that he is tagged. So I'm just getting a little bit worried about my rifleman because I know how little armor this thing has. Yeah, so I might be losing some AC5 ammo and a leg. Need to be careful not to stand under the dropship. I want a front angle shot on this guy. Ah, screw it. We'll just charge out into the open then.
Moving to position.
Right. Let's go for some quick kills. See if we can get the ammo explosion going on this Thunderbolt. Oh, no, not quite. I have to shoot him with something else.
A critical hit.
Now who's... Oh, he's still not acted, has he? So, yeah, in an ideal world, I want to kill him right now, don't I? Before he gets to take his turn. Because he'll probably shoot the leg off my rifleman otherwise. Yeah, we're going to go for a precision strike. Let's just make sure. There we go. Sarge delivers.
One less target. The gloves are off.
Thanks, Sarge. Right, yeah, I think that leg's going to fall off. Yeah, there we go. We lost the leg. Never mind.
Oh, hang on. Oh, I took one in the gut.
Right, which one of these do I want to wreck first? I think we'll go for the Grasshopper because the Black Knight's actually running quite hot at the moment, so he's not going to be able to fire as much. Grasshopper, on the other hand,
Good to go.
he's pretty fresh. Now, unfortunately, my rifleman is down, so I can't tag laser it yet. Now, I could reserve and wait till I can get him up, but I actually don't want to. I'd rather just try to wreck this guy. I mean, I could go for a back shot with a catapult, couldn't I? Well, either way, I'm going to plow this into the front.
Time to unload.
That definitely hurt him.
Reporting critical hit.
Black Knight firing a lot less this round because his heat's up.
They've blown past my armor.
Alright, let's have a look at the state of this guy. 10! He's so screwed.
Ready for orders.
10 hit points left in his CT. I don't have any resolve left, so we're just relying on blind luck here. Hopefully something will hit the centre. Nothing hit the centre. Okay. All right then.
Leaning on you,
Up to
Commander.
you, Ryland. Let's move out of the cover. May as well shoot him
Don't
from
need
the
to tell
front.
me twice. All weapons are go.
There we go. CT destroyed. And now there's just a Black Knight.
Bang! You're dead. Orders.
I think
Okay.
we'll try to keep Black
Back
Cat
in
out
my
of trouble. Yeah, he's pretty banged up, isn't he? So let's back him away a little bit.
Reduce mobility. My mech is limping.
And we'll go for a brace with him. We're not going to need him to finish this last guy off. We've got 3 mechs with Ultra AC5s. That's all we need. Hey Syndrin, how you doing? Says the Sarge delivers quality
internals
human
are
meat
taking a
in a
beating.
bun. And you know it's a sin, but it's the tastiest meal I've ever had. That's disturbing, Syndrin. Thank you for that. Right. So the Black Knight's decided to overheat himself, and it appears that he's shut down. That's not a good idea, is it?
Let's move.
You're in a lot of trouble now, mate. So, precision strikes all round then. Or cooled shots in this case. Same thing, really, isn't it? I get to point where I want the guns to go.
Got it. All weapons are go.
I suppose I haven't really thought this through. I'm just CTing everything. I'm thinking I could have tried to salvage a Black Knight, really, couldn't I?
Hear ya.
Don't think I have one yet. I could fit a load of snub PPCs in
No
that.
sweat.
Maybe we'll just for luck try one headshot attempt. Let's give it a go.
This should be good.
Nah, we got the CT. There was only like 2 hit points left on that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so pretty disgusting. They melt stuff very quickly.
Mission
So
successful.
on to the Brawling Lance next. I'll show you those. What's the punch mech meta? Well, I haven't got hold of any of the small coils yet. I imagine once I get hold of those, I'll be able to figure out some some proper punching stuff. But I've never liked brawling. It's very risky in this game. At least the actual fist brawling, because you've got to get so close to mechs, and they could always just punch you back and knock you straight out your cockpit. Oh, Ryland cleaning up the kills there. Right. We can take 2 pieces of Black Knight and complete one anyhow. That worked out, didn't it? Oh, also, I could have completed a Jaeger mech, but the Black Knight is bigger, and we already have one variant of Jaeger mech, so we'll roll the dice on that. Well, we didn't get it, but we did get the 2 pieces of Black Knight, so we got another mech. Hey, Garrison, how you doing? Also, screw you. Fine. You're fired. Garrison, today might be the day, but I think MechWarrior 5 won't launch until after I finish my stream. So possibly tomorrow if you're up for some co-op, Garrison. Right, so I just want to do some quick repairs on my stuff so I don't forget, and then we'll get into that other mission. So the Ultra AC5s, they just use standard AC5 ammo. Kind of obvious, I suppose, but in case you were wondering. And I don't have any, so let's hope I can buy some from this store. There we go. So I just need a couple of tons of that,
Equipment available.
and then we can fix up this mech. EC5 ammo, and that'll take 3 days. Only 100k, we're all right.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Okay, and I could build the Black Knight. Do I want to build the Black Knight now? Do I have enough snub PPCs? I don't think I do. I want many snub PPCs for this Black Knight. I currently only have 1. Now, when I travel, I could strip out... Oh, hang on. This doesn't have any missile hard points, does it? It's pure energy boat. Oh, I don't want to lose that. Then again, I suppose... No. I could probably live without the Narc beacon, but... Yeah, I'm just thinking the Black Knight, I'll probably just make that a snub PPC boat. I'm wondering if I can fit 3 snub PPCs on that Black Knight and get away with that, because that's going to be disgusting if I can. But I only own 1 right now. So let's crack on. Oh, actually, let's do pilot XP. If anyone leveled up from that mission. Yep, let's get more guts. So even more recall penalty removed there for catch.
Training complete.
Let's do Black Cat as well. No, we're saving up for gunnery on Black Cat. Rylan, last point of gunnery.
Mech warrior training.
And Sarge,
Aye.
still saving. Okay, right. Let's go do that other contract. So this is a 4 skull. It says hard contact. I'm going to be fighting 2 lancers and mechs. Can I actually do this with that? Ah. Okay, I'm actually going to travel because we've been here before. If I do this contract, I'll drop my rep with the Capellans too low. I don't like going below indifferent because it's such a ball ache to grind up your rep again to be allowed to do higher missions. At least at the moment, I can do 3 skulls with them. So we'll travel. We'll find somewhere new. So I was over here. What, if I remember rightly, there was more Star League stuff around here. There we go. So I can go to Electra. So I'm using this new store filter as well. And I just filtered it for Star League gear. Star League Advanced you could do as well. There are only 3 locations, I believe, for Star League Advanced. We've got New Vandenberg, which is a 1.5 skull. We've got Victoria, which is a 4.5 skull. And then all the way over here, we've got Dunedinshire, which is a 3 skull location. Also worth pointing out, this thing here, Flashpoint Campaign appears to be a new thing. I don't recall seeing this before. It's got a different coloured flashy icon as well. You'll see there. So at some point we'll get around to doing that. Because of course the existing flashpoints have orange icons. Right, so anyway, I'm just going to go for the normal Star League stuff. Go for this 3 skull location. There is a Capellan presence and a Draconis online presence as well. Because my rep's really high with the Federated Suns, but I could do with getting it up with other factions as well. Because I don't want to be too limited with the missions I can take on. It ends up really making your financial situation difficult later on in the game if you can only do missions for 1 or 2 factions. Hey, thank you for the follow, Jay Harug. Tell me how to say your name if I'm saying it wrong. Jay Harug or just Harug? I don't know. Or just Jay. Just let me know. But thank you so much for the follow. Hey, Capius, good to see you. And Blipsit, how you doing? Do we know how to add mods yet? Steam Workshop or something? Yeah, no. So they've not done it with the Steam Workshop, which I was very disappointed about. But there is... so you drop the files into the mods folder, and then there's a mods button within the game to enable mods, I think, that way. I haven't done it yet myself, so don't take my word for it. But I will show it at some point on stream once I mod this game. But for now, I'm just playing vanilla. What's going on? Oh, the corridor game. Host 1 last public game. Morale increased by 1. That'll do nicely. Oh, so Garrison says he's got mods working at the moment. What mods are you running, Garrison? He says, put the... what does he say? Yes, there's a folder under your games, not under Steam apps. Put the files there and click mods at the bottom left-hand corner. Yeah, so that's on the start page in-game. Click that mods button. So Syndrin says, I haven't played through the Flashpoint campaign, but I know it eventually leads to you getting a bull shark. That sounds pretty awesome, doesn't it? Ah, so Jarug, is that how I say it? Ignore the H. Jarug.
Point reached, Commander.
Right, first things first, we're going to visit this store. What have we got here? Oh, a piece of Annihilator for a mill. That feels like something we should buy. Let's see what else they've got first. ER large laser. What have they done to those? So, 45 damage, 25 heat. Okay. Or a medium pulse, 40 damage, 20 heat. Okay. Does look like they've adjusted the Lost Tech. Not quite as terrible as it was initially. Okay. Oh man, can I actually afford this? I'm not sure I can. We're going to have to check, see how much money we can make from contracts before I go nuts spending money on Lost Tech, because it is quite expensive. But it would be nice to get some of these. I think right, let's have a look at the contracts. So the Annihilator, I wonder if that shows up in Lost Tech locations, buying parts of the Annihilator. If I just visit 3 of those for the price of 3 million, I could have an Annihilator. Oh, I'm so glad I checked. So glad I checked, because look, there's only 2 contracts I can actually do, so I can't really afford to be spending a load of money right now. I don't want to go bankrupt. So what we got here? We've got a base defense and we've got a base destruction. Okay, I think I'll use the brawlers on the base destruction. Can I even do this one, or is this against the Capellans? It's against the Draconis Combine. Okay, I can get away with that without upsetting them too much. So I can do both of these missions. I'll do the base destruction first. Oh, man. Not very much money coming in for this, is there? But, right, we're going to completely change out everybody and everything here. So I want the Brawling Lance in. There we go. And we will use Team Truckin' Awesome for this. Alright, let's figure out who I want in what. Gecko in that. Yeah, I think that works out. Okay, let's deploy. So we're in an urban environment here. So not much in the way of cover, but whatever. We'll just march up to them and melt their faces, hopefully. The real Sputnik. Hello, how you doing? And welcome to the stream. He says 2 weeks until MechWarrior 5. Yes, although if you've got the beta version, which I do, it should be today. But I'm not sure if it'll happen before I finish streaming or not. But fingers crossed it does. Any of you managed to do something fun or useful out of the Assassin, says Acapios? Well, now it's got the component in it that makes it remove evasive points. It is actually going to be a reasonable light hunter, but you're only going to want it, right at the beginning of the game when you're fighting lights. It will make them easier to hit, and I would probably stick as many support weapons on it as I could, and then fill up the rest with medium lasers. Can't remember the slots on it though off the top of my head.
I'm there. Consider it done.
Hey Santa Claus, how you doing? Oh, you managed to get MechWarrior 4 working yesterday. Oh, well done, Garrison. Excellent. It drops in 1 hour, does it, Garrison? Where have you seen this information? I hope you're right. I just keep it told me it would show up on my profile page on their website, and I keep refreshing that and hoping that I'll see the key, but it's not there yet. So you reckon it drops in 1 hour? Okay. I hope you're right, and if you are right, we'll be switching over to MechWarrior 5 when that occurs. Sorry, BattleTech fans. There will be more BattleTech, don't you worry. But I've got to play some MechWarrior on the release day. If I can, anyhow. So yeah, the official release, Syndrin, of MechWarrior 5 is the 10th of December. However, if you bought a certain level of package and above, you get beta access to it, which is supposed to be today, the 26th of November. Right then.
Confirmed.
How do I want to do this? So I just want to go straight in aggressively melting stuff and just stand in front of all their guns, or do I want to play smart and run for the cover? Yeah, all right. Let's run for the cover.
10-4.
That was a tough decision there. I was really tempted to just run in, all guns blazing, screaming at the enemy, but we probably got shot up quite badly because we're out in the open there. Acapia says, I need to find that coil gun. It's eluded me so far. If you go to, if you filter for research planets, I think it's research locations, you'll be able to find the coil gun. I did not pick the best approach to this base, but it's the one we're stuck with now, so we're doing it. At least next turn I'll be in the cover of these trees. I'll take a lot less damage then. Just relying on evasion at the moment, but it's not actually served me too well yet. We are also fighting 2 Lancers immediately from the off, but hopefully that's not going to be too much of an issue. As I said, these brawlers are pretty disgusting. Should be able to wipe a mech out a turn if I play my cards right. Also need to spread out a little bit once I get into that cover so we're not taking stray shots all the time. There'll be a lot of things shooting at us.
Got a lock on me. Systems are holding.
Damage minimal.
Reporting.
Did you see how much evasion I had on this Orion before they started shooting? How it's all been wiped out now. Pretty scary how much evasion can be removed by the AI in a very short space of time. Gerug, he says, well, I'm off to game with friends, but I look forward to catching you some more in the future. Cheers from Sweden. And yes, you got my name right once you read the Silent H part. Have a nice day. Thank you for joining us, and thanks so much for the follow and the bits. You have a good day. Right. Now it's time to start melting things. Where should we start? Let's move the Thunderbolt up first and see what we can see. What's that? Is that just a building I can see there? Yeah, that kind of sucks. I want to shoot more than a building. Alright, what about if I move these guys? What can they see? I can at least see a mech with him. Maybe I'll forgo the narc this time around. Okay. Okay, that's going to be a tricky one to hit, isn't it? We also do with getting rid of these turrets if I'm going to be fighting here. I don't want to be eating turrets every round. Should I just level this building then? Because, I mean, he's got a load of evasion and like, yeah, I may as well just level the building. Let's do that. So, I don't need to fire everything to do this. I mean, I could do it with just 2 SRM6s, but just in case Garrison misses loads. I mean, we've seen his aim, right? But let's just be cautious with this. down that building, and then my next mech should hopefully be able to see one of these turrets if I move up. Oh, is that the what's her call sign? I think is she called Falcon or something like that in MechWarrior 4 Garrison? The clan. Did you take her as a bondsman after defeating her? If I remember rightly, I think that's a thing. Oh well, they've flattened the building for us now, so that's a thing. Standard LRM turret, standard sniper turret. I mean, I think really I've got to just black these turrets first. Let's do that. I'm gonna turn the narc off because I don't feel like I'm gonna want to waste narc rounds on turrets. I'll save them for the mechs. Uh-oh. The Orion is open.
Internal damage, Commander.
Now where is the question? Okay, it's just a medium laser in that arm, so not the end of the world at all. How many hit points has that got left? Hardly any. Alright, I will keep the range here and just fire one weapon system with the Orion, I think.
Position confirmed.
Let's just finish that turret off. And then that leaves my catapult. Hopefully should... Oh no, it's not a catapult, it's a catfract next. Oh, they've got one too. Hello. Ouch. Yeah, I wonder if I've got enough firepower to obliterate that other turret in one. I'm not sure. Definitely going to have to do some kiting here, I think, because I'm gonna get wrecked if I try to take on all of this at once. Will that do? That'll do. I don't think that's going to kill the turret in one, though. Maybe? Let's see. Oh, it did. That's nice. Okay, so they've still got 2 more turrets. But I can't actually see to obliterate them at the moment. I'm going to have to start pulling away. I'm just hoping neither of those are LRM turrets, because they'll keep ploughing damage into me if they are. Oh, one's a sniper turret by the looks of it. That was firing PPCs. Hey Flaky, how you doing? He says you're using the narc. What's it like? It's really worthwhile if you've got SRMs, well, I suppose, or LRMs in your lance. If you've got missiles in your lance on more than a couple of mechs, then I'd say it's well worth it. It's an extra 25% damage to your missiles. Nice, Garrison. That's good going.
Yeah!
Hey, Rylan, how you doing? And thank you so much for the bits. Right, now, my turn. So, what are we going to melt this turn? What are we going to melt? Sergeant Sagotan, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate that. We got another Sarge. Trying to decide what to obliterate. I'm thinking... can't get in the front angle. I suppose if I go here I can. I can get a front angle on that hunchback, can't I? Yeah, let's just try to obliterate that. Oh no, hold on. There's a Jaeger mech right here. I think I'd rather obliterate a Jaeger mech, thinking about it. We don't want to move too far away. I want to get that narc in range. Let's see if we can narc that Jaeger. Okay, I do want to pull away from things though. It's only very slowly retreating while I fight, but we'll do it. Okay, so we've also got loads of resolve. Should I just... Yeah, no, we'll get the narc attached, and then we'll start using resolve. So there we go. Narc is attached. You'll see there'll be a little flashing thing on him. You can see the narc there. You see it flashing. Now then.
Confirmed.
I'm going to use the catapult next. And pull back to here. And fortunately, the catapult has some sensor impairment. So it's going to be a little bit harder to hit. But if I just shuffle back here, I've still got 65% chance. I'm going to up that with a precision strike as well. I know SRMs aren't very precise, but we're doing 25% extra damage to this guy right now thanks to the Narc, so it makes sense to make sure as many of my SRM 6s hit as possible. Is the Narc permanent? No, I think it just lasts for a round, Flaky. But it's decent. Oh, of course, that other Jaeger mech as well. Oh, God. Oh, God. Need to get rid of that, too.
Damage minimal.
That all you got?
Right, yeah, so, I mean, look, his armor's really low now. Let me see. We've got damaged arm on this guy, haven't we? Yeah, they're good odds. They're good odds. Go for another precision strike on this guy. Really want to get him killed. But you'll see, you know, as I said with this lance is, you know, very spread damage. It's all brawly stuff, but it does just strip the armor away from every location of a mech. You fire all 4 of these mechs at something, and it will be in pieces. Ooh, getting a little bit worried. Garrison is open. What's that? That's his leg. Oh, that would be a real pain if that goes. Do I want to get the small lasers in? Let's try and get the small lasers in. That works. So, yeah, as you can see, I mean, just so everywhere apart from his head is in really bad shape now. We're just going to finish him off. So as I said, with this Lancer, you can pretty much delete a mech per round. Sometimes quicker than that if things go your way, or you manage to get in behind stuff.
Warning. Armor low.
Careful with those speedos, might attract the Sarge, so Syndrin. Thank you for the bits, Syndrin. In-law and Narc can be scraped off, says Santa Claus. I don't think they'll manage it in this, though. It would be pretty funny seeing a mech rubbing itself against a building, trying to scrape a Narc off, though. Yeah, we need to kill that tank. I agree. That'll be a quick kill. And it'll stop impairing all our sensors. I'm not going to stomp it, though, because I'm a little bit far away. I want to keep pulling away from that base. Just to reduce the effectiveness of those turrets, since I didn't manage to have a chance to kill the other 2 turrets before this all kicked off.
Yeah!
Damage.
Sarge is going to come after you again, Syndrin. Right, what do I want to use to wipe this out with?
Orders?
Maybe we just go... Oh, hold on. I don't want to put my rear to the enemy, do I really? Maybe we just go with the catapult here. Should get me a kill. How's the firepower? Come on, please die. Structure exposed. It's not dead. It's not dead. Ouch, that hurts. I really need to get rid of that other Jaeger as well. He's going to keep on hurting me. He's far away now, though. I'm having to back up. Oh, so upsetting. We nearly had it. Oh, we've got a side torso open. Going to lose an ER small laser and a snub PPC. Crap. Alright, at this point, I think I want vigilance. Let's see which is which on these. That's 35 heat. That's 30 heat. I'll switch that hotter one off.
Engaging target.
Just make extra sure that vehicle dies.
Enemy unit
Okay, the cataphract's super hot. Yeah, he's not going to shoot this round. That's good. Good.
Yes, Commander.
Ignore the assassin. Hader, Enforcer, Hunchback. Might actually shoot the
Moving out.
cataphract here, I think, because he's going to be shooting next round, isn't he? Let's get a narc on him as well. I'm only getting one mech's benefit out of that narc, but
Waiting
yeah,
for
we've got some SRMs on the Orion here.
firing full complement on
Let's get this done.
Harry says the snub PPC sounds like you're spraying liquid. Maybe I am. I wouldn't blame any of my pilots right now if they were wetting themselves with what they're facing. And we could put it to good use by spraying it at the enemy. Alright, still can't afford to switch that on. You know what? I might try for a precision strike here. Let's do it.
Engaging target.
Still a large amount of firepower, even with one of those snubs turned off. And he is open CT now. Still really worried about that Jaeger mech. He's been punching holes in me. And we're getting further away from him. But we have taken out the Shrek PPC carrier now. Look out the other Jaeger mech. We've done 2 of the turrets. Hunchback's a little bit hot. Although he's starting to become a little bit of a threat. If he gets around behind us, that's very dangerous. And the Cataphract here is looking quite worse for wear. The Enforcer's still scary. That's packing an AC-10, of course. That's probably going to be the priority after I get rid of the Cataphract, I think. Unless that Jaeger comes close enough that I can wreck him. But I doubt he's going to do that. He's not even in view at the moment. He's got a huge range. He's probably just happy to sit back.
Reporting.
Right. Let's keep continuing with the shuffle back. Alright, this time we are going to get good use out of the narc. I've still got 4 of those narcs left. I would recommend, I know I haven't got these pilots built like that, but I do have another Lance with multi-target, but I would recommend a multi-target pilot, ouch that hurts, for your narc armed mech, because then you can shoot at one thing and then narc another target, just for times where a mech's nearly dead. You can just finish it off with your narc mech and then split your shots and fire the narc at the next target that you're going to shoot at for the rest of your mechs. There's this one, we're going to get a little bit of boost out of it, but hopefully he's going to be dead pretty quickly.
Okay, I'm on it.
Right, not going to precision strike this because I haven't got any resolve, and it's only 22 internals on the CT. Surely we can do that with all this spreading fire, and we can. So Cataphract down. Nothing fancy here. We're not worrying about messing around with salvage. Not when you're outnumbered like this, facing so many. Now I did say the Enforcer would probably be what I go for next, but he's got a bunch of evasion and 40% damage mitigation right now, and this Hunchback is out in the open with only 1 evasion, so I'm going to go for him. Also, we've just about got enough to go for a precision strike. Do that, because we're about to start losing weaponry from this catapult. Weaponry and or ammo. Let's go for one last big blast with it.
Firing.
Ooh, nothing's fallen off the Cataphract yet, but I'm pretty sure something is going to fall off it very soon. Kind of all in a conga line here because I ran out of cover. I've just got this thin line of cover. I'm backing my way down. Everybody's in pretty bad way now. I would be shocked if I get through this without losing weaponry, but never mind. Right. So that hunchback, we managed to push him back in initiative phase by precision striking him before. So
Orders,
let's try to finish him off
Commander.
before he gets a go. Alright, I'm going to have my back exposed to that cicada, but meh, whatever. We need to get this this hunchback wrecked. So we're a little bit hot. Turn off a medium laser and we're all good.
I got it.
Okay, we got the hunchback. He doesn't get another turn before going down. That's good news for us. And reduce that firepower as much as we can. Oh god. So we've lost some LB-10X ammo there. I think we've still got enough to see us through, I think. Right, now I guess we're going for the Enforcer. So how are we looking? Bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad, but not as bad as the others, because that right torso's empty. So,
Yes, Commander.
Gecko, you are the new front line, buddy.
As you wish.
And we're going to knock this Enforcer.
Unloading a full salvo.
Knock attached. This is tricky. I'm just going to have to lose that side torso, I think, or at least risk losing it. Still can't turn on that other snub. Never mind. We're still doing plenty of damage with what we've got here.
Engaging target.
He's unsteady. Of course, another thing I haven't actually mentioned about this this Brawl Lance is they do quite a lot of stability damage. We've not really had a chance to capitalise on that so far, have we? Oh crap, have I just... Yeah, I've just failed to move to get line of sight on that Enforcer. I was hoping to knock him down. I have failed. In which case, we'll just shoot at this cicada instead. I'll turn off the lasers so we lose a tiny smidgen of heat. There we go, left torso destroyed on that cicada.
Critical hit.
Would rather have shot that into the Enforcer, but never mind. Okay, we survived that.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Still a couple more mechs to go. We've got the Assassin. It doesn't take much to knock bits off my mechs at this point. He's shooting Gecko. I wanted them to shoot Gecko. He had a slightly better condition than everyone else. When it gets to the Jaeger mech, though, I'm worried though.
They're getting the angle on me.
Hey Rubian, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay. Enforcer's in surprisingly good condition, considering how much firepower we ploughed into it a bit ago. Right. Okay, I think I'm going to narc it again. Hey, Baby T, thank you very much for the raid. Hope you're doing well today, mate. Yeah. So I've got 2 narc beacons left. I'm going to save one of them for when I get onto that Jaeger. So this is my last narc beacon. I'm not going to need them to wipe an Assassin and a Cicada out, though. So I'm going to use this on this Enforcer. He's unsteady. Here comes the Jaeger. This is what I'm worried about. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's okay. The right side of this Thunderbolt is empty, so I'm quite fine with taking damage there.
Yep.
Right, see if we can wipe out this Enforcer. We can definitely knock it over. Is it worth switching my lasers on? Which one of them on? Go with that.
Here we go.
Once this is knocked down, I can go for the cool shots. Should make it a little bit easier.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Down he goes. Okay, let's have a look at his CT. Yeah, it is open. That's good.
Orders.
Right. Man, we're in such bad shape, aren't we? Never mind.
Location confirmed.
Oh, still too hot for that.
Firing
But
on target.
hopefully, he should die from this. A lot of damage. There he goes. So, now we're down to the Jaeger, the Assassin, and the Cicada. Just got Angel Death left to take a turn this round. And I guess we'll shoot the Cicada since we already did some damage to it. Let me just have a look. Yeah, I mean, the Cicada should die pretty quickly, and may as well get rid of it rather than have it being a pain in the butt. Should I precision strike this? Let's try. Let's try. Oh god, that PPC turret. We'll get around to you, Mr. Turret. Just let us deal with these mechs first. We're a little bit busy. Right, so he's down to 19 internals on that Cicada. Assassin still being a mild annoyance at the moment. That Jaeger I'm really worried
taking
about.
internal damage.
Really worried about. Right, now can I get
Reporting.
the Jaeger this round? We're gonna risk it. We're going for it.
I understand.
Hope the Narc's in range. It is. I'm going to precision strike it as well to knock it back an initiative phase. Because we want to go all out, see if we can wreck this Jaeger. And if we can't wreck it, at least, you know, knock some firepower off it, because it's really hurt us turn after turn. Does, of course, mean leaving that Cicada to attack us. Please don't destroy my side torso. That's where all my guns are. Please. Yeah. Okay, we're all right. Always worries me when I'm seeing orange numbers. You know, it's hitting internals. Anything could fall off.
Confirmed.
Right, so we have knocked the Jaeger. It's time to go nuts. In his general direction. He's open CT as well already, although this is going to... It's not very accurate and it's going to spread around a lot, but... What hits we are getting are hitting pretty hard. Looked like we only got one single missile in the center torso there, though. Disappointing. Alright, 1 hit point. Oh, God. Got 1 hit point left in the left torso of the Cataphract. Right, hide it. Let's get that second snub PPC back on now. That was not very good shooting.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
How is he looking now? Oh, he's only got 20 internals left. I take it back. That was excellent shooting.
Receiving you.
Alright, can we get the finish here
I'm there.
with the Orion? Can the Chaucer be the hero? He's only in range with the LB-10X, though. Durable. Need a little bit of luck. Oh, no, we got the right torso, though.
Solid connection.
Oh, I was hoping we'd just wipe that out in one round. We at least reduced its firepower. We very nearly got it. He's going to get the fire again. But luckily, it's firing at Gecko again. I'm sure Gecko will have said something about me making him a target by this point. But you're doing a great job tanking there, Gecko. And you're not dead yet. So it's all good, right?
Armor breach. Internal damage.
Okay, now this is a bit I'm nervous about. Where are these two mechs going to go and what are they going to shoot off? Oh, SRM crit on the catapult. It's not come off though. Still the Cicada's going. He's gone for a melee attack. That small laser as well. Yet to fire. Okay, that hit armor. Oh my god, is Gecko actually knocked down?
Not much armor left in that location.
Oh no, he's unsteady, but he's still standing. No, I lied. He fell.
I'm hit.
Okay, right. 4. Look, we were so close to killing that Jaeger. 4 internal hit points left. What should we go with? Let's see. Yeah, let's
Move order received.
see about finishing that off with the Orion. Hey, Codeine, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope your stream went well, mate. There's Beast Mode update. Lost 3 pilots, but Decker saved the story mission as last mech standing on the ammo mission. That's incredible. That's pretty awesome. Quite a story there when Decker saves the day and doesn't die. Keeps you in the Beast Mode challenge. Nice. So a good day for you then so far, Codeine. What am I going to melt now? So this guy's almost dead. Can I shoot through the rear? No, he's actually got a reasonable amount of rear armor, hasn't he? Alright, what about this? Where's that get me? It gets me into the side. That's already gone. So, oh no, do you know what I've just gone and done though? Damn it. I've just faced that goddamn torso to the turrets. Not smart. Okay, so I need to kill both of these mechs right now. Or I'm probably going to lose stuff off this cataphract. And I might still lose stuff off it anyhow, but please die. Right, Cicada's down.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Only got 1 mech left. Oh god. What if I make Garrison some bait? Yeah, Garrison, you go be bait.
Order acknowledged.
It's nothing personal, dude. What they got? A shredder turret and a sniper turret. So if I manage to take out that sniper turret, the shredder turret shouldn't be in range for smashing my cataphract up. And we're going to give Garrison vigilance because he's in terrible condition. We'll toughen him up as much as we can. I'm not sure we're going to be able to kill it with this one volley. We'll get close. Oh, we've done it! Yes! Good work, Garrison. Right. Now we're cooking with gas. I tell you what, wouldn't that be upsetting if a stray shot had blown that side torso off the cataphract? I got nervous when I saw how close those missiles were going. I'll be honest.
Commander.
Oh, Gecko hasn't gone yet. Of course, he was busy having a nap. Sleeping on the job, Gecko. Jesus, look at the state of him now. It's all on that right side though. We've just got heat sinks in the leg. The torso and the armor are empty. Right, let's melt this then. We are now out of narc ammo. We used the last one on that Jaeger mech, but it was well spent, I would say. Let's precision strike this. Why not?
He's going down.
It's not good shooting. Not good shooting at all. We did get the sensor impaired effect on. And thanks to that precision strike, we have knocked him back in the initiative phase. So I'm going to say worth it.
Location confirmed.
Let's precision strike again here. Might be able to get the kill. Come on, Garrison. Come on, Garrison. Come on, Garrison. Come on, Garrison. Yes! Get wrecked, assassin.
Enemy
So,
eliminated.
just got to destroy the buildings and that one last turret. I've got to be super careful about who I send to spot that turret, though. Everybody is absolutely ruined. I guess it's going to be Gecko.
Yes, Commander.
Again, nothing personal, dude. It's just, well, I suppose he's only got 19 armor left on his weapon torso, but he's got an empty side that I can afford to lose, and the other mechs haven't. Let's go to this
Target
large
acquired
building.
and locked in. One less structure.
I don't want to go closer. I'm keeping my distance here. I'm keeping my distance. Let's play this safe. That last turret. Well, I mean, I did say I was going to be shocked if I managed to get through this mission after the way it started, running straight into the middle of 2 lancers and a base full of turrets like an idiot. I was convinced I was going to lose weaponry before this was over. Now, so far, we haven't. And wouldn't it just be gutting if that last turret actually ended up shooting something off my mechs? I know I'd be upset.
Awaiting order.
Right. Well, here goes nothing. So let's show right side towards the enemy.
Move order received.
Coolant vent. And fire the snubs. We got this. It's in the bag. There's no way we can screw this up now.
Moving out.
That turret's not getting a turn before it's dead. Just for good measure, we'll fire everything. We've done it. We've done it. We've somehow managed to squeeze my way through that mission after such a terrible start and running the risk of losing components and weapons. But that's the power of these OP weapons. I'm just saying, they are disgusting, the new weapons. Absolutely disgusting. What's that? Great job tanking, Gecko. Oh, nice. You've clipped. Well, so Gecko got injured for 13 days. Probably just broke a nail or something. Nothing serious. And we took a load of damage, but all we lost was this 1 ton of LB10X ammo, I believe. Yeah, that's it. Just 1 ton of ammo. I mean, looking at the state of my mechs, it's pretty surprising. We've got 1 internal hit point left on this side torso of the Cataphract there. We almost lost an arm off the Orion, which that had a medium laser in, I think. Catapult was in pretty bad way as well. Down to 40 internals on that right torso, 50 on the leg. Missile pod down to 42. And Gecko's Thunderbolt, pretty bad shape. Although still had armor in the one location where all the weapons sit in this thing. It's all in that left torso, but it was only on 19 armor, so pretty hairy mission. But that's what you get when you run right into the middle of 2 whole lancers and a base. It's not smart. I guess we'll complete the Jaeger mech, the JM6A, since we've got 2 out of 3 pieces of that. I'm taking the Cataphract piece because I like Cataphracts, and I never see them. Like, I almost never get Cataphracts on Commander's Edition because they're so bloody rare, and it's one of my favourite mechs. So while I'm playing vanilla, I'm going to take as many of those as I can. What else did we get? We got a piece of Jaeger, some PPCs, small laser. Yeah, that'll do. Hey, Lazy, how you doing? Sarge is informing us he's back and he had to open the floodgates before the dam burst. I assume you're not talking about an actual dam there.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
So, we got some fixing to do. Luckily, they're all quick fixes, though. Do I have a spare ton of the LB10X ammo? I do. So we'll just chuck that straight in then. And we're good to go. That's just 1 day as well. Well, we are travelling next because I think that was the last mission in this location, was it? Or am I misremembering? Oh no, there's one more. So we'll do that, but I'll do that with my other lance. I was planning on that anyhow for the defend base. I want the longer range stuff. So by the time we arrive at our next destination, the Brawl Lance will be good and ready again. Still got to decide what I'm going to do with these guys. The Jaeger's probably pretty simple. I can build it just like this catapult. And then that will play into the NARC even more, because I'll have even more SRMs. So yeah, let's do that. Let's get this set up now. So it's just very straightforward. It's going to be 4 SRM 6s. And then probably a couple of medium lasers on top. Four tons of ammo. Get the medium lasers. Oh, I have got a large pulse as well. I'm not going to stick that on a brawler, but you know, just saying I've got a large pulse. I will use that on something at some point. Heat sinks. Oh, good. We finally managed to build up a supply of those. I always find early on in the game, I'm always running out of heat sinks and I have to buy them early on. But then you always tend to hit a point where you find you've got a bajillion of them on a mid stage of the game. Right, yeah, that'll do nicely. So it's another missile boat. It's just the same build as I've got on the catapult, but it's very powerful. Oh, I mean, it was very powerful anyhow in the vanilla game, but now you've got that NARC in there as well, even more so. I mean, these are just standard SRM6s, and with that plus 25% damage, if you hit something out in the open, you're doing 10 damage per missile, which is huge. Now, imagine these were all plus 4 damage as well. Ugh. It's just absolutely disgusting. And that's just for one of them. I'm going to have 2 of these builds now backing up the NARC. Does mean I'll have to drop one of my other brawlers from the Lance. I don't know which. Got to be the Orion or the Cataphract, I suppose. I mean, I could jig things about a bit and drop the Thunderbolt and drop an SRM6 from the Orion and put the NARC into the Orion. I might do that because that gets tonnage. Well, it'll keep the tonnage the same, but it'll get the firepower up, the effectiveness of the missiles. So yeah, I might do that. Anyhow, let's just check pilot XP after doing that mission. See if anyone's ready to level up. Yep, Angel Death can get another point in gunnery. Garrison, nope, not yet. Gecko.
Yes, Commander.
Yes. Okay, let's get more guts for Gecko.
Training complete.
You know, since he front lines it a lot,
Orders.
he needs it. And may as well save up for the piloting tree with the Chaucer, I think. Okay, right. Let's do this other contract. So this is a defend base. I'm going to use the long range stuff against the Drax. I think actually I'm going to up the finances. I'm going to up the payment and lower the salvage. Call me crazy, but I'd rather take the money right now, I think, because I'm finding I'm spending a lot of money in the shops, because you can just go on whatever you want down in the shops and to need to keep spending. There's been some stuff I've had to pass up on. Now, don't let me forget to buy that piece of awesome before we leave. That's another thing. Right. So we want shooty guys. Okay. Defend base it is. And I will show you the dragon at some point. I'm not going to use it for a base defense. It's just not the right time for it. I find I think now the coil weaponry's in. You know, missions where fast mechs were useful in the first place, such as the target acquisition missions and recovery missions, if you like to just grab and go. I want to get a fast lance put together for doing those kind of things, all with the coils if I can, because I think that would be fun to try. At the moment, the only fast heavy I've got is the dragon. I haven't actually managed to even get a whole quick draw to pair up with the dragon. So my other heavies are all the more ploddy, slow ones at the minute.
Command interface initiated.
Lazy. I wish I could read that out. Nexus says, I'm Decker for Channel Doyle. Evidence. I never survived a mission and never more than 6 turns. I'm Decker. It was 4 turns. Oh dear. Yeah, I think you're right there, Nexus. Truth. Alright, hold on. Let me just refresh my MechWarrior 5 page again. Nope, still no code. Garrison, would you do me a favour, mate? Would you keep an eye on that? I'm so tired, I can't even words. Yeah, keep an eye on that MechWarrior 5 situation and give me a shout as soon as it's available. Because you said an hour about 40 minutes ago, so I assume we've got another 20 minutes. I'm guessing we'll do this mission and then give it a check-in. Oh, Garrison might be sleeping now. I wish I was sleeping now. Right, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, it's a base defense, isn't it? And we've got an escort zone. We got the turrets armed. Where are the enemy coming from? Over there. Okay. Now, the downside is there's no cover.
Moving to position.
Oh god, one of my mechs is starting up there.
Good to go.
That is not good. Oh, if only I had jump jets, eh? I could just jump straight down. Not to be. Oh, he's napping. Oh no, unacceptable. Isn't there talk of banning vaping in your country? I've been seeing news reports of people dying from lung conditions potentially related to vaping. I mean, personally, I never trusted it anyhow. I thought, well, this is a new thing that, like so many other new things that the human race has had, hasn't been tested thoroughly, and we'll probably find out later that it's really, 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 really bad for you.
Got something.
I'm not sure if that's panning out to be true or not yet, but there are at least news reports of people dying of lung conditions from vaping, so it doesn't look good. Ah, so Lazy says the deaths were due to people smoking illegal black market THC slash green stuff vapes, at least the bad cases. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Nexus. Yeah, there was that. There was that one time where I brought you in, didn't I, and stuck you in the hatchet man, and then deliberately threw you to the wolves.
Receiving you.
That was fun.
Good to go.
Right.
Heading out.
Let me see. What have we got? Just a Wolverine. Can't get in range to tag it yet, so we'll just settle for firing a ridiculous amount of AC5 rounds its way, thanks to those Ultra AC5s. Oh wow, I think my vehicles are going to have a hard time reaching the escort zone.
Waiting for
That's pretty twisted. They start with the enemy right on top of them. Well, we can try, but I don't think we're going to succeed in saving these guys. Now, I have done this map once before, I remember, and I was surprised one of the vehicles did make it, but when you look at the start, it's like, how are they ever going to make it? Like, they're squishy, flimsy little Sleipnir APCs surrounded by bad stuff.
Waiting for orders.
KG Moose, that's a new name in chat. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? There's new. Can't imagine anything going into the lungs other than clean, fresh air is good for one's health. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Although Sarge might argue that his cigars are just fine.
What can I do for you?
Affirmative.
Special delivery. Yeah, critical hit.
everything you've got.
Okay, they are going after the APCs. So far, I've only managed to shoot one mech. The rest are going to focus on these APCs. Look, structure exposed already. There we go. We're down one vehicle. We've only got one left. Are we going to have this guy survive and make it to the turrets? It seems very unlikely, doesn't it? How the hell am I going to get to tag all of it? What? How many Wolverines? How many? I see 3 Wolverine 6Ks. Right, this guy that's down, we've blown a leg off him, so you know that's a thing. If we can finish him off.
Location confirmed. Firing a full salvo.
Just going CT with the amount of firepower we've got, may as well make the low-hanging fruit. Oh man. Right, so I need to somehow hit those other 2. This Wolverine shouldn't shoot at the vehicle. He should go after me. Or my mechs, rather. Yep, we're fine with that.
Damage is light.
Okay, who's next in line?
Yeah? What can I do you for? Standing by.
Right,
On my
I think we might be going for something spectacular with Sarge. We're going to go for the multi-target. Now then. We get one shot on that guy. One shot on that guy to tag these, but it's going to be really tricky. And then we've got another shot on that guy. So, let me see. So we need one UAC on Alpha. Let's get the other one on Charlie. Then we'll fire 2 medium lasers at Bravo because it's kind of tricky to hit that. But that 45% there, that's not too likely either. But we've got to try, haven't we? All right, Sarge. I'm not asking much here, but just hit 3 really difficult to hit targets all at once. Well, actually, Charlie's not too hard, but...
Confirmed.
Right. I think Sarge just obliterated an orphanage there rather than hitting the Wolverine, but never mind. Perhaps he misheard me. Okay. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Ready for orders.
Where's Ryland? Oh, Ryland's all the way back here. Okay. In that case, I suppose we'll use Ryland to shoot at this Wolverine. Not sure what Ryland was shooting at there. It looked like he was just ploughing shots into this ramp. Never mind. What can I do from here? Still need to try to tag at least one of those other Wolverines. This Wolverine here is not going to be taggable. But if I can tag this one, maybe, just maybe, our vehicle will survive another round. We'll have to see though. KG Moose, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you enjoy the stream. Oh Christ. Oh no. More mechs. We're busy. Can you just wait a little bit? Now, what angle are those other mechs going to come in from? Am I going to have to race someone up the other side of the buildings? Or are they going to come from the same direction? Hard to say. Right, tense times. Please don't destroy it. Please, please, please. Okay, Sleipnir survived, but it does have an open rear now. It's alright, all these other mechs are tagged, so they should be shooting at me rather than the transport vehicle. We do need to still nail that last Wolverine. Right, now I need to see where the new enemies are coming from. Oh, there's no way of telling. I feel like they might have dropped in this street somewhere. Yeah, okay, we're heading that vague direction, aren't we?
Waiting for orders.
All right. Let me see. I need someone to tag that other Wolverine. Was it that Wolverine? I think it was that Wolverine, wasn't it? Okay, this could work.
Yeah.
This could work. So I'm gonna. I want to do this.
Move order
Oh,
received.
so many things I want to try to. I'm being too greedy. That's what's happening in my head. I'm thinking, oh, I could kill that, and tag that all in one go. Maybe. I think we should just sack off the idea of going for the assassin. Just get this Wolverine tagged and nailed, because I don't think this will kill it. But one more mech might well kill it, and it is tagged now.
Report critical hit.
Right, I need a different word for tag and tag now, don't I? Because we now have tag lasers. So what do I call? I suppose I could call it aggroing, like from RPG. No! 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 Hacks! The AI hacks! It's so unfair. So we're getting no turrets. How the hell are you supposed to save them? Alright, well now I don't need to aggro that guy. There we go. Already using the new word. Instead, I'll just rage kill things. Well, all that effort.
All weapons are go.
I mean, some might argue that with faster mechs you can get in and tag things quicker and your vehicles might survive more, but I mean, you start all the way back here and they start all the way over here on top of your vehicles. So, you know, even if you've got super fast lights, it's still going to take you a while to get over there and start aggroing things.
You betcha.
Precision strike time with Rylan, I think. Let's go for this guy's sensor torso. If we can open him up.
Another hit like that, and you're toast.
What's up, boss?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, I need to turn off one of those lasers, but may as well kill this guy since he's opened up. There's already another lance on the way, so don't want to dither about with these, do we? There might be a third lance as well, because, you know, this is a base defense. Wouldn't surprise me. Okay, so I think they're hiding the damaged Wolverine. Yeah, he's just there. And this guy's got evasion times 1,000,000.
Commander.
Let's have a look. What are the odds? Yeah, pretty terrible. Okay. We're going to sensor lock him then. Since he's the only target I can see. And that's far too much evasion to just shoot away. So we'll take 2 pips off with the sensor lock. I wish I had a second sensor lock at this point, actually.
Got something you want done?
It'd be really nice if I could take even more off. Actually, do you know what? I can get line of sight to this guy.
Acknowledged.
He might not be quite so evasive. Yeah. We've already done a little bit of damage to this guy, but not very much. Just on an empty left arm and that left leg. Still, if I take that leg off... Let's go for it. Hey Willow, what's up?
Target's taking a critical hit.
"23 internals left on the leg.
What's up, boss?
We have not removed the leg. Okay, all good. We can get catch a line of sight as well. Got quite a firing line forming here. Do I need to aim this? I hope I don't. I'm just going to fire randomly. Something will hit that leg, surely. Why do I say these things? Why? Just why? Of course nothing hit the leg.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Of course. Right, Rylan can't get line of sight. So he's just going to have to settle for shooting for this tricky target here. But thanks to the sensor lock, he's not quite as hard to hit. We're going to precision strike and make him a little bit easier as well. If we can take a leg off him. No, that was a lot of missing. But thanks to those precision strikes, they're now acting in the same initiative phase as we are, which is nice. Let me see. Right, we're going to chance it. I mean, surely we'll hit the leg now, right? And if not, we might just blow an SRM6 off. Come on. No. We've wrecked another orphanage somewhere way off in the distance, though. Sarge, remember to go scrape up the meat after this mission. Okay.
I hear ya.
Go with Rylan. Get him into cover.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
You know what? Screw it. Precision strike. Actually, hold on. If I'm going to do a precision strike, I may as well hit that other guy and knock him back a phase. Oh, I haven't got line of sight. No! Okay, screw it. We'll just go for him then. Yay, there we go. Rylan showing them how it's done.
Gotcha.
See what I mean, though, about these Ultra AC5s? They are ridiculously good. I mean, the Ultra AC10s and the Ultra AC20s, you know, they're, as an equivalent, equally good. I just like the 5s because I can stick 2 of them on heavy mechs. And I just feel like 2 Ultra AC5s is more fun than just a single Ultra AC10 or a single Ultra AC20. The other thing I like about the 5s is the ridiculously long range as well. Not that I'm making use of that right now. I'm just sitting right in the face of things and shooting, but you know, it's nice to have the option there. The missions are a bit tougher that you might need to kite or, you know, keep range to take out base turrets. Now, we have tagged this guy now.
Commander.
So he's going to be taking 10% extra damage on our Ultra AC5s.
Aging target.
Going to get melted pretty quickly.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Where is that other lance? I still don't see it on scanners, and we've got no base turrets. I'm getting more and more that's bad news. The rifleman's got really low back armor. I forgot about that. I'm just kind of sitting there right in this guy's face thinking, yeah, everything's fine. Not fine. It's not fine at all. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying I'm getting a little bit worried about that other lance because I've not got any base turrets. And I've got no line of sight to them. I'm worried that they're going to just merrily wander their way into the base and start wrecking the buildings. And I'm going to be too far away to stop them. It's not happened yet, but it could happen any moment.
Uh-huh.
Pretty sure this guy is toast, though.
This should be good.
And then repositioning to get line of sight to the next enemy force. We'll at least have one round of not firing those Ultra AC5s, so we'll lose all of the aiming penalties for the recoil of firing continuously. I don't know where they are. Where are they? Don't see them. I'm just kind of... I don't know where to go. Just going to nervously shuffle around in the trees here for a bit, I guess. Ah! They are over there. And they are now, in fact, in our base. Okay. Sarge, one-man army. Charge.
Copy that.
So, unlikely that we're going to keep the
I hear ya.
bonus for not losing any base buildings at this stage, but it is what it is. Make do. Right, this guy's got his back to us. That's not smart, is it? Oh, Sarge, you've got to take advantage of this, haven't you?
Firing a full salvo.
Drilled him. Down goes the K2.
Mech destroyed.
Never turn your back on the Sarge.
What's up, Willow?
Look at that. Oh, I'm busy streaming.
A friendly structure has been destroyed.
Okay, so there goes our building protection bonus. Never mind. We can live without
Waiting
that.
on you, Commander.
Alright, nobody else is going to be able to shoot this round, so we just need to charge in the general direction of the enemy, lose a bit of heat, and regain our stability. Oh god, there is one right inside the base already. Oh crap. This is the one thing that I didn't want to happen. This is what I was worried about. Okay, we'll sprint this direction then with the others.
I'm on it.
Somebody needs to... Oh, it's another K2. Okay.
What's up, boss?
Now we have line of sight. See, here we go. Here's that stupidly long range of the AC5s, or Ultra AC5s in this case, coming into play. This is why I like them. 90%. And soften up that side torso. Or, you know, just take it clean off because Ultra AC5s are overpowered.
Go time.
Right.
Order.
I think we're going to keep shooting you since you're right in the middle of the base. Still with you first. Not quite in range to use that tag laser, but probably not going to need it. Let's face it. They got a catapult C1 as well. It's alright. We've already lost one building, so we're not getting the bonus. So it doesn't matter if that one goes down. We've still got 5 remaining, and only 3 need to survive. Only 2 more rounds for us to hang in for as well. So we got this. Pretty sure. That guy's screwed.
One less target.
Fear the mighty power of the Ultra AC5. Rylan, what are we going to do with you? Oh, we can get in the rear arc of this guy. Maybe I should move Sarge first, because I'm worried I might end up blocking him in with Rylan if I don't. So, I mean, Sarge might actually just straight up kill him. We'll have to see. Turn off one of those ER mediums.
Rear armor edition.
Yeah. This guy wasn't listening only last round when I said never turn your back on Sarge. Well, that's that done then.
Successful.
Correct. Oh, Lazy says go 40k tower and call your tag system marker lights. Yep, same thing, isn't it? I do in fact have a 40k Tau army since you mentioned it, Lazy. I do. Never got around to painting them though. Need to do that. But we got a million sea bills for that. That's nice. And just in time to check to see if MechWarrior 5 is available yet. A nice spread of kills there, except for Black Cat, who somehow didn't manage to get any, but he did tagging and scouting. He's got less guns than everyone else. So I'm not going to hold it against him. I'm sure he did good. Right, 2 pizzas of a K2. I think I'm happy with that. I do like the K2s. And yeah, nothing. Just checking in case there's anything else on. +3 injury resist cockpit mod. Well, we don't need that. Our pilots are fine. They don't need any injury reducing stuff. If that was a comm system, though, I'd be all over that. Extra resolve is good. How far am I from the machine shop? Which machine shop? I do not understand the question, Flaky. You'll have to translate it into English from Australian for me. Wolfsheart says, same here for the Tau army. Only ever got around to painting a Hammerhead and 2 Fire Warriors. Yeah. I've got a lot of models to paint that I will get around to, but as you know, I've been working on the Necromunda stuff most recently. Oh, to combine variants. Oh, because I'm not running Commander's Edition at the moment, Flaky. This is just vanilla with heavy metal, so I'm very far away from that, I would say, at this point. Because we've got to wait for Harry's mod to be ready and good to go. 'Cause, 'cause, 'cause we've got to wait for Harry's mod to be ready and good to go. 'Cause, 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 'c What's the consensus on these new clan weapons we've got? Says Infernal. You're gonna hate it, Infernal. Honestly, they're completely overpowered. It's kind of game-breakingly overpowered. But as I said, don't worry. Harry's going to balance it all for us in Commander's Edition mod, and then we're gonna get that on the. Phil says, "I'm glad we agree." I'm not surprised that you agree with that at all. I'm just gonna wait for Harry's fix, and it will be fixed then, I'm sure. Either that or he'll over nerf everything, and I'll be complaining about that instead. Either way, at least it won't be overpowered. Right, what are we going to do? We've got to travel. We've got 4.8 mil built up, and what did I say? I said, don't let me leave here before I buy that Annihilator part from the store, and not one of you reminded me. Luckily, I have a big brain, and I remembered myself, even on 2 hours sleep. Now, do I want to buy more stuff? Can I afford to buy more stuff is the question. Now, is ER medium lasers are useful?
New weapon systems available.
Also, I don't have a medium pulse. I can afford to spend a whole other mil on ER large lasers, can't I? Can't I? Can't I? I mean, my upgrades to the Argo have been severely neglected because I'm just flying around the systems, just buying gear all the time. But yeah, shopping spree. There we go. So we're on 1.9 mil now. Christ, when are we due a financial report? Oh, 3 days. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. Right, what can I sell? I've got loads of stuff I can sell if I need to in an emergency. Kind of keeping these for now, but yeah, we've got a rainy day fund sitting there if we need it. Right. Okay. Quick. Need to refresh page and check. See if there's a MechWarrior 5 key yet. Why, PGI, why? When is it ready? Why wouldn't you tell me? Let's check the MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries channel on Twitch. If anyone's playing it. No, nobody playing it. So I guess the only conclusion to draw here is that Garrison lied. He is a filthy, filthy liar. Honestly, I don't know. I'm just checking my email as well, but I don't see anything about a game key yet. So, yeah. Well, no MechWarrior 5 just yet then. Right. Am I happy with this? Yeah, I'm happy with that order, I suppose. It's all going to be finished by the time we arrive wherever we're going. And that is a good question. Where are we going? Now, because my rep's not too high yet, I do need to keep going for 3 skull systems. Oh, God. So what are my options? What's that going on there? We could go do a flashpoint, couldn't we? Although, I don't know. Better to do them at the start of a session because I like to do them in one session rather than splitting them. I might just ignore that for now. Here's one we've seen before. Could go for Rob's art. Now, haven't I just been there? Yeah! I think I've literally just been there. Syndrin, thank you very much. He says, Flashpoint campaign, do it. Thank you very much for the bits. The Flashpoint campaign is all the way down here, though. That'll take me 56 days to get to and cost me 330k. So that would bankrupt me. So I will do it. I'm not going to do it today, though, because I can't get there without going bankrupt. So I've got to go somewhere to earn money first. But also somewhere that... yeah, you see, I have just been there. I know I've just been there because it's Star League stuff. All right, let's go for a research place. Let's have a look. What are the options for research places? Oh man, they're miles away. Absolutely miles away. Plus, I think I've been to those recently. I went to Hurrick. No, that's too far away. 43 days, 200k. That won't quite bankrupt me, but it'll be damn close. What about research advanced then? Make that filter off so I can see things a bit more clearly. 2 skull, 1.5 skull. I don't really want to go quite so low, do I? But don't know. Kamikaze, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. I don't really want to go so low, but then again, there's gear to get, and I still haven't got any. I've only had the medium coil rifle so far. I could do with getting some of the others. These two are a bit far away. That's probably a little bit high for me at the moment. That, I mean, I can handle that, but there won't be enough contracts for me because I'll only be able to do Davian contracts. I'm not high enough rep with Marek or Capellans to do anything beyond 3 skulls. So yeah, I'm really kind of forced into a corner on where I can go at the moment. I've just got to get that rep up. But I want to look for new weapons. That's what I want to show you. So, Jesus Christ, 32 days just to get there. Okay, perhaps we will we'll stop off somewhere on the way. No, either too low or too high everywhere. All right, well, let's refilter for 3 skull then. It looks like I'm just gonna have to go somewhere, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like I'll be revisiting Rob's art. Worried there won't be any contracts. No, I can't do that. There won't be, and I'll go bankrupt. Okay, we're going here. Seanhaven or Seanavon. I'm gonna go with Seanhaven. It sounds weird though. That's still 28 days away, but it's only 90k. You know what? Do I need to just sell stuff, or will I make it? Yeah, I'll make it. I'll be all right. I just have to hope that there are actually missions there when I arrive, or I'm screwed. Well, I'm not screwed. I can sell some stuff, but
calculating course now, Commander.
We'll be cutting it fine potentially. We'll be okay. Hey, Azakis, how you doing? What have you got in your mech bay? And of course you can.
Ready to go over financials.
Hey, Cafeteal, good to see you. Maybe filter for 2.5. Yeah, could do that as well. If I'd have seen your message in time. Sorry. But, I mean, I'm going for 3 skulls because that's the highest I can do for most of the factions. And I don't like doing things too easy. It's Black Cat's birthday. Let's wish him a happy birthday. He's got high spirits. But yeah, we are going to arrive just in the nick of time, but we definitely need to earn some good money. The only reason we're in a tricky financial situation is because there's so much stuff that I want to buy. We just keep finding things like lost tech and mech parts and new weapon systems, and I've been buying them because obviously I want to showcase stuff to you guys, let you get you know, eyes on these new weapons, and hopefully see what I'm seeing and agree with me that these things are ridiculous. They're just stupidly overpowered, and nerfing is probably required, unless you're just happy with the imbalance, you know. Right, this Thunderbolt, I'm gonna change things. So I want to remove the Narc beacon from it because I want to put that on my Orion. So we'll take that and the ammo off. What can I do with this? Oh crikey, I've freed up 4 tons now. Forget how heavy the Narc beacon is. 3 tons. It's not as light as you might think. What have we got? Coil rifle is 3 tons. Look at this. Wow, that heat. Yeah, no, coil rifle's not a good idea. Definitely not. Do you know what? I can't be bothered to decide what I'm going to do with this Thunderbolt right now, so I'm just going to leave it be because I'm not even going to use it for the time being. So we'll just chuck that out of the way. So the Jägermech's fine. The Catapult's fine. The Cataphracts is also fine. So this Orion, I'm gonna rip off one of those SRM6s. So we are dropping the firepower a little bit on this mech, but We are gaining firepower by having the extra SRM boat in the form of that Jaeger mech, plus this narking malarkey. Right, there we go. So that works perfectly. Rip out the SRM6 and a ton of ammo, and stick in a narc beacon and a ton of ammo. Just a straight change. However, this mech is now way more heat efficient than it was previously. So let me think about this. What can I do? Is it worth me? Yeah, it's probably worth me taking the heatsink off and sticking another medium laser on. Let's go with that for now. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. What else do I want to do? Yeah, I want to upgrade some of my shooting mechs here, don't I? Can I get away? Can I get away with putting ER mediums on this, or is it just going to get too hot? Too hot for use. It might be a little bit too hot. We'll see. I only have one ER medium, so we'll just stick that on. Yeah, that does really ramp up that heat, doesn't it? No, we'll stick with the normal one then. So we'll save that Lost Tech for when we get some assault mechs. What about the pulse though? Hold on. Oh, do I really want to be Is that the same range? It is the same range as the medium laser. Oh god, it's also heavier, isn't it? Idiot. 2 tons. Yeah, no, we're just gonna leave that alone. Just gonna leave that well alone. No room for cramming Lost Tech on there. So perhaps I could do it on this Orion instead. Let's stop work there. Let's refit this, because we ended up being really heat efficient on this Orion, didn't we? After putting in the NARC. So let's chuck in the NARC again, because cancelled the build. There we go. And then, as you can see, we're super heat efficient. So let's stick an ER medium laser in there and rip that off. Stick the medium pulse in there. Damn it, they're so hot. They're so hot. Alright, what if I just go with the medium pulse and a medium laser? There we go. That's the way. That looks reasonable. So we squeeze a little bit more out of it by sticking that medium pulse in. If you're wondering why is he not using those plus damage medium lasers, because I don't like putting plus damage weaponry into arm locations at this stage of the game. I prefer to save them up and stick them in assault mechs that have much more armor, and I'm less likely to lose them that way. So I tend to hoard them for a little while. Right, well, we got the NARC in, we got the medium pulse in. That's going to be finished before we arrive. What else are we going to do? We've got a Black Knight we can build. We've got this Thunderbolt. I'm going to send the Thunderbolt to storage. And then we're going to build this Black Knight. Hey Garrison, how you doing? That was a quick nap. Also, you're fired. Yeah, it won't be out until 3 PM your time. Garrison's updating me about MechWarrior 5. Yeah, I've already cursed your name and called you a massive liar. 3 PM your time. So, what time zone are you in? It's currently 12:20 Eastern. Oh God, yeah. So that's not going to be out until after I finish streaming. Damn it, PGI! Damn it! Okay, so tomorrow then. Tomorrow, me and Garrison will co-op some MechWarrior 5. For today, it will just be BattleTech. Right. So we're kitting out a Black Knight. That's what we were doing. Get this stripped down a little bit. There we go. Right, we freed up quite a bit of tonnage there. So the reason I wanted to just chuck that mech in storage is because it frees up these snub PPCs. There are 3 snub PPCs available now, you see. So I wanted to see if this is workable. Everything else is just going to be heat sinks. I still think this is going to be too hot. It's still looking pretty hot. Yep, still pretty hot. Still pretty damn hot. 100 heat generated, and we're sinking 57. That's too hot. So to get 3 on, really, you kind of need an assault mech. Do you know what would do this quite well, Sarge? It would be that there charger, wouldn't it? Let me see if I just strip the arms down a little bit more. I mean, I don't want to lose too much armor because this is going to be a short range mech. We can get a little bit more reasonable. Thinking 60. It's still not really that reasonable, is it? Still kind of stupid. If I had double heat sinks, that would be the thing. If I had double heat sinks, this would be a different matter. But I don't have double heat sinks. So for now, we're going to take that out. We'll just go with 2 snub PPCs and we'll see what else we can chuck in. That is disgusting, Inferno. He's saying if you put it on a Warhammer, it's a single 6-ton gun that deals 150 damage. That's disgusting. Yeah, of course, the Warhammer gets the damage bonus with energy weapons. I'm yet to complete a Warhammer, so I haven't had a chance to really abuse that, but I will when we get hold of one. Cagey Moose says 24-hour stream hype. No. Garrison might do that stuff, but I'm too old for 24 hours. Also, I have a baby, and I'm operating on 2 hours sleep from last night. So yeah, and as I said at the start of the stream, that wasn't even 2 hours in a block. That was 2 separate hours of sleep. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, I'll be going for another. I can't even do maths at this point. 40 minutes, I reckon. Another 40 minutes before I'm going to have to zonk out. But I will be back tomorrow, and we will be playing some MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. Yeah, this week it's it's just going to be Mech Week. It was Mech Week last week. It's Mech Week this week because we've got BattleTech dropping the Heavy Metal DLC, which we're playing right now, and also PGI with MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. It's all mechs all the time at the moment on Channel Doyle, but I'm sure that makes plenty of you guys happy. It makes me happy too. Right, what else am I going to do with this mech then? So we've got 6 more tons. We've got plenty of heat sinks in. Maybe I can chuck in that large pulse laser then. How's that looking? We're a ton over, and also we're too damn hot. Okay, not the large pulse then. I guess just large lasers? Just a large laser? Yeah, looking like it, isn't it? Okay, yeah, we can work with this. Oh, hold on, we've got an ER large laser. Let me just compare. So, the large laser plus 45 damage, 18 heat. ER large 45 damage, 25 heat, but the range has got to be more, right? That's 570 as opposed to 450, right? Yeah, it's 450. Still not worth it. I still don't think the ER large laser is worth it. Let me check. Yeah, no, you're still better off with an improved large. Right, we're doing that, and we're going to go for an extra heatsink, and we'll call that done. In fact, should I? Yeah, I'm going to put the armor back up. Those arms can be used for tanking. There we go. That'll do. After a lot of deliberating and messing about, we finally decided on a Black Knight build. It's not the best Black Knight I've ever built, but those snub PPCs are pretty sickening, so, you know, make use of them. Right, we were travelling, so back on with that. Yeah, no worries, Risa. I saw your kidding face next to it. I knew. Don't you worry. Kamikaze was saying, what? Large pulse and 2 snubbies. I tried. It was going to be too hot. I mean, it would have worked in cold environments just fine, but I don't really want a mech that I can only use in cold environments at the moment. But yeah, I liked the sound of that as well, Kamikaze. We'll definitely be able to do that kind of thing on assault mechs, though. Infernal says, my Atlas 2 now fields 2 LB-10, 2 snub PPCs, and a single LRM-20 launcher. Big shotgun boy. That sounds awesome, Infernal. That does sound amazing. That's definitely going to melt things. Right, that's all the jobs done. 6 more days, and we're at our destination. Wolfsart says, can confirm, babies are authoritarian dictators that rule through the torture of sleep deprivation, olfactory attacks, and sound torture. But they're lovely, though. Little William's a good boy. Even if I'm not getting any sleep. Oh, God, what's happening here? What's going on? This seems new to me. I'm going to read this out. So, while planetside on Shornavon, Emperor Krang slinks over to you and Samiri. Good news, Commander. I know a guy who can get us an Alrakis Tiger Falcon, but it ain't cheap. This is an exotic, highly sought-after animal. I'm going to need 1 million sea bills. Are you kidding me? The one question, Samiri arches a brow. Why do we need a bird that eats people? What? It eats people as well? Ah, it's so Sarge can feed the orphans to something. Emperor Krang grins. We need it only temporarily. It's for a local collector. He's got his own personal zoo and also happens to have a cache of vintage mech parts. I can get you those parts. All I need are some extra hands. Black Cat will do, and the funds to buy the bird. Then I can trade it to this eccentric billionaire. You'll be getting a hell of a deal on those pristine parts. This is a bad idea, even by our standards, Samiri narrows her eyes. You're not taking this scheme seriously, are you, Commander? Are we? Are we taking this seriously? What do you reckon, chat? Should we trust Emperor Krang on this? I mean, he is an emperor after all. Surely he's trustworthy. Perk! Is that Perk or Perkle? Either way, welcome to the stream and hello. This event is a trap, says Infernal. Infernal says, I know a guy that got a Highlander 733 piece out of that. What, just that? Okay. Blakey says, do it. Garrison says, I know a guy who got an Atlas 2 part. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate that, Perk. Sarge says, go for it. Oh, man. Do you guys see my funds, right? You do see we currently have 1,182,863 sea bills. This could bankrupt me. 5 days away from a financial report. Hopefully there are missions we can do here. But I don't get to see that. I've got to make the decision before I know what missions are available. This could. Well, I've got some emergency mechs. If I have to sell some mechs, I have to sell some mechs. We're gonna do it. We're spending the mil. This is a bad idea. I just know this is a bad idea. You shrug. This has to be the most convoluted plan I've ever heard. But if anyone can make it work, it's you, Emperor Krang. Game me has more faith in Emperor Krang than real life me. You'll get the funds for this operation, but make sure you come back in one piece. Aye, aye, Commander. This ain't my first illicit animal deal. That's concerning. Samiri rolls her eyes as Emperor Krang departs with a wink. Hours later, as you're inspecting the Leopard, a cargo ship approaches the landing pad. Samiri patches in the ship's hail. Special delivery, Commander. Emperor Krang's voice crackles over the comms. We got free shipping included. That Tiger Falcon was worth more than I thought. Maybe some new friends too, Black Cat says. Say the word and I'll acquire whatever you need. Why don't you how is Gecko not involved in this? This seems like Gecko's territory. Why don't you tell me all about your new friends once you land? You signal to Samiri and she opens the Leopard's bay doors. The cargo ship lands nearby and the mech warriors jump out, proudly revealing the gleaming mech parts inside. Black Cat has gained the following tags. Criminal. Emperor Krang has got high spirits for 30 days, and I lost 1 million. What did we get?
Waypoint reached, Commander.
What did I get? What did I get? Oh, there we go. Whew. I was thinking there's nothing. There's nothing here. Okay, so we got a Highlander 732B part. I mean, that's not the end of the world. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good mech. I can't use it right now, though. It's of no use to me right now. Whereas sea bills are. Now let me see what's in this location that I now definitely can't afford because we've got no cash. there's a comm system. It's only a +1 though, so I'm not too cut up about missing out on that. Yeah, not a lot really. Not a lot. So now we are about to go bankrupt. Please let there be contracts. Please let there be enough contracts that we can recover enough money to stay afloat and travel to somewhere else to stay in business. Please. Come on, game. Be nice. Whew, it's all good. We're fine. Nothing to worry about here. We are going to stay in business. Assuming I don't do these in the wrong order and get wrecked. Right. Well, let's start with... Doesn't really make a difference, does it? We'll go with this one. Yeah, that should be alright, I think. Probably, maybe. We'll see. Shall I bring the Brawlers out again? Yeah, let's bring the Brawlers out again. Okay, so we've got the Jägermech, the C4, the Catfract, and the Orion. We're all in stuff in there. I want to switch any of them. Yeah, no, I'm happy with this. I want to give it a try with these SRM6s. Now, why is it that I've got more heat sinks on this one? If I drop the armor more, let me just have a look. It goes down to 105. What are these? Yeah, I see. I took an extra ton of armor off the catapult's legs. Get an extra heat sink. Probably should do that with the Jaeger, but I'm not going to do it right now. Right, let's bring out... I want to buy another habitat pod because I still haven't got around to finishing off my Lance for hot environments. I have one pilot. We've got Emperor Krang just sitting there waiting for the rest of his Lance to be hired. He's just on his own at the minute. So that's going to be the Desert Rats Lance, I'm going to call those guys. So we got... I assume I called these the old boys as usual. We've got the old boys, we've got Truckin' Awesome, and we've got Desert Rats, although right now it's Desert Rat singular. But I've because we keep buying gear, I've never managed to build up enough funds to buy that extra habitation pod. Right, what are we going to do? Let's flip things around a little bit like this. And yep, I'm good with that, I think. Okay, so we're going to see the awesome power of Narc plus 2 missile boats filled with SRMs now. It's going to get disgusting. Sell a few of the 17 billion extra weapons you have stockpiled. I need them. I need them, Perk. You can't make me. Says, or we're forced to stage an intervention about your collecting habits. Yeah. It's not a problem as long as I'm fine with it, okay? Yeah, that's right. The 732B is a Lost Tech mech. Hopefully we will find other parts for it. I think that's quite likely now, considering the Lost Tech seems a lot easier to come by in heavy metal.
Command interface initiated.
Flaky says, sell some stuff, you can do it. I can't, no Flaky, I just can't. I can't do it. What, Infernal? What? What is this? Wait, everybody stop. Everything needs to stop right now, and we just need to take in what Infernal's just said. He's just written, I found a Narc ++ launcher yesterday that had plus 75% missile damage. So that's a thing now. What the hell? Hairbrained, really? Like what? Who? What? Who does your weapon balance? Please. Who? And why? Like, and please stop them. Just hire Harry. Like, seriously, hire Harry. Everything will work out fine.
Right here.
He needs a job. He's good at balancing stuff. I need a balanced game. Everybody will be happy. And he's probably pretty cheap as well. I mean, I know him in real life. He's pretty cheap.
Location confirmed.
God damn it. Oh, yeah. Harry pointed this out to me. Was it yesterday or the day before when I had a few minutes to try to snatch a conversation with him? He did say, yeah, Narc and Tag do stack as well. So things can get really, really ridiculous. Yes, Infernal, they stack. Apparently, I haven't encountered that myself. I've only ever found one single Narc and one single Tag, so I've never really got around to figuring it out. But sorry, Shell's just peeking a baby over my monitor at me. All right, William, is he okay?
Yeah,
well, do you need me to hold him? Yeah, of course I want to cuddle. Cuddle's good. Where was I? Yeah, so I've not tested it myself, but Harry says they stack. So I trust him. Hello, little man. How are you doing? You want to say hello to the internet again? Say hello, internet. Hello, internet. How are you doing? Okay. We've got a little floppy head, and we've been fed. Yeah. He's a good boy. I got a baby. That's it. Stream over now. Oh, he's a good boy, William. He's a good boy. Are we struggling? Is Daddy too noisy? We need to go back to Mummy. Okay. Done. That's my son. That is. Yes. Thank you, Wolfsheart. You'll get me banned from Twitch. Showing my little Willy on camera. Baby T says that baby's way too cute to be yours. Well, you know, he's probably 75% shell. So Harry says, I mean, a Tag stacks on a stack. So 3 times plus Narc is 3 times plus 75 damage, for example. Oh, it's so special. I can't say what I really think it is, but yeah, I'm gonna go with special. Infernal says, oh, big oops. Yeah. Azaki says a cat. Oh wait, not this time. Not a cat this time. Right, what are we doing? We've got things to do, things to squish.
What's the plan?
Can't get line of sight to anything from here. Right. Oh, it's just one lance, isn't it? At the moment. You know what? Let's go for a reposition. See if we can use some of that dust cloud. Lazy says, if everything's OP, there's still balanced oil.
Good to go.
What are you calling Harry?
Let's move.
Harry is evil. He wants to take away our new toys. There's the evil one taker of toys. Oh.
Yes, Commander.
No, he is the one who brings balance to the
Throttle
Force.
down, moving out.
Does that mean he's Darth Vader?
What are your orders, Skipper?
Darth Harry doesn't quite have the same ring though, does it? Rivian says, little small for a pilot, but we'll make it work. Oh, that reminds me. Did you must have seen it because it was everywhere at one point. That cardboard mech that some dad somewhere had built for his kid. You see his little kid in that cardboard mech. That was cute. They have reinforcements. Well, I've not even killed one mech yet. This is hardly fair, is it? Oh, it's a pirate lance. Oh, the Taurians are going to get sandwiched. I'm very, very glad I decided to swing this way now. Because the Taurians are going to be piggy in the middle. Could have been us if we weren't careful. Not that we knew that at the time. Hey, Spartan Roland, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm well. Apart from the sleep deprivation, I'm doing all right. I've only had 2 hours sleep, so feeling pretty terrible if I'm honest. But we're powering through anyway, as ever. Harry says, "Nah, I'm a grey Jedi." You're a grey Jedi, okay. You can be whatever you want to be, sweetheart. Right, let's see. I think his back's going to be facing us, isn't it? So we can get a cheeky smash in the rear here. We can. Should I precision strike this? Why not? Why not? Oh, these new weapons are just stupid as hell. Really, really disgusting. Yeah, tag does only affect laser and ballistics, and narc only affects missiles.
Yes, Commander.
But if you can use multiple tags and multiple narcs, and they stack, then that's still ridiculous, isn't it?
Ready to rock. Copy that, Commander. Awaiting orders. Give them everything.
Yeah, things might not be so bad if the enemy mechs also had these weapons, but they don't. You know, like they're just stuck with all the standard weaponry, and you're walking around with, well, as Infernal puts it, clan tech. Like you're just wandering around with the equivalent of clan stuff. Long before the clan show up, although Wolf's Dragoons are around. Cassian says increase armor resistance. I mean that's something that might have been required anyhow, like even before these disgustingly good weapons. But that's still, I mean, it would help, but it only goes so far because your firepower still far outweighs the firepower of the AI. Even if they've got numbers on you, you know, they need numbers because you're a human and you're smarter. Or at least in most cases. I'm not sure me and Garrison are smarter than the AI. Garrison says, I rather enjoyed headshotting a king crab. That was just blind luck and you know it. That's the luckiest shot I've said. That kind of rivals HBFT's luck as well, that did. Unbelievable. Right, what have they got there? Another Wolverine.
Reporting.
Do I want to still be sitting there? No, I want to tag. I want to narc things, and I've gone and plonked the Orion at the back. I can't narc if it's at the back, can I? Right, okay. Do some shuffling about. These Taurians need all the help they can get at the moment, Cafeteal.
How might I help?
Oh, I still can't knock anything. Ah, okay.
Yup.
Right, fine. Fine, we'll live without it then. At least for this round. I don't want to blast away too much of my heat though. Well, then again, this guy might just die if I shoot him in the back. Let's do it.
Lock it in. All weapons.
Yep, that's 2 Taurians down. I suppose I should start picking on the pirates before I wipe out all the Taurians. Keep it a 3-way fight.
Reporting.
Aha! Not that it's that much use at this point. I'm not even going to use the narc now because there's no point me narking just for one more mech to shoot. I want to see it in full effect, so I'm just going to switch that narc off.
As you wish.
But we do get to see our medium pulse in action for the first time this campaign. The least fun three-way. Okay.
Confirm.
Yeah, again, that's one of those times that I start reading a comment and then wish that I hadn't started.
I'm there.
Well, things are changing with YouTube now, aren't they? With now you've got to mark your videos for children or for adults. All my videos are marked for adults, so I might not have to worry about the language thing for too much longer. I might not get algorithmed anymore with the new way it works. I'm not entirely sure yet, so I'm still playing it kind of safe, but I feel like a time could be approaching where I don't need to worry about the algorithm anymore, because all my videos are obviously going to be tagged for adults anyhow. I'm not making content for kids here. I know mostly I don't swear, but you know, once every 20 episodes or something, I might say a swear, say a naughty word. But I had that episode the other week where I said all like all the F-bombs all at once at the end of that stream. But yeah, I need time to figure out though whether it will still have an effect on YouTube or whether it's just a case of like really don't worry about it now, don't bother. What if if your stuff's flagged for adult content, it shouldn't matter. We'll see though. Right, what am I going to shoot with this here tag? I don't want to shoot one of these already banged up mechs. Seems a bit of a waste. I'm concerned that I might not be able to get an angle with everybody onto this Thunderbolt. That's great. We'll risk it. So, right, Narc beacon 75%. Please don't miss, Gecko. Narc attached. Good shot.
Solid connection on that one.
Oh, he's moved into view. That's good. I'm glad he moved there. Wolfsheart says, yeah, at this point I may just wait for Harry to fix things before bothering with a new game in the expansion. Think I'll keep rolled back into rolled back to 1.6 until then. Yeah, I can't say I blame you. That being said, though, you know, if you want happy fun times overpowered, you know, just for a short playthrough, it's kind of fun for a while, you know, just playing God mode as it appears to be. But yeah, it certainly at the level things are at, it wouldn't hold my attention long term because it is just stupidly OP. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Harry's mod being ready.
What are your orders, Skipper? Acknowledge.
And he's working on it. He's been working on it. Although he did say the mod loader thing, so the thing that's supposed to make things better for modding isn't working right now, as I understand it. So there's only so much you can do until Harebrained fix that.
Target down.
What to shoot now? I guess we'll plonk over here and shoot that quick draw. It's the biggest thing left. Oh, we're a bit hot now. We're a bit hot. Let's turn that one off. Let's use the one with the extra damage, because we can. I've got all this resolve I've not used yet. Guess we'll be doing a bunch of precision strikes next round then. With my least precise lance as well. All these spready weapons. Spreadies everywhere. I'm looking forward to trying the LB20Xs out though. I've yet to use them. And the UAC 20s, I suppose, as well. I'm going to be torn between, Yeah, when I get a King Crab or an Atlas or an Annihilator, I'm going to be, yeah, kind of torn over which of those weapon systems I use first. I want them all. I know you've got the King Crab, Garrison. I know you've got 2 LB20Xs in your King Crab. I'm not jealous. I just sound it.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, we'll get something similar at some point, I'm sure. Right, I'm going to knock the quick draw. Yes, I am. Yes. Yes. It's glorious, says Garrison. I bet it is. Infernal says has 2 clan UAC 20s on his King Crab. Oh dear, everybody's already got King Crabs with UAC 20s. Everybody except me.
Commander.
Right. What am I going to do here? I kind of prefer to shoot him in the front, to be honest. Yeah, that'll do. No, that won't do. Let's go for that. Let's get the maximum chance to hit. This Jaeger's a little bit on the hot side now. Can I actually even get away with this? Oh, only just, only just. Right, we're doing it. We're doing it. Look at that, 10 damage per missile. I mean, what the hell? Like, nothing's going to stand up to this. Narc plus missiles, ridiculous. And these aren't even plus narcs and plus missiles. They're just normal ones. Right, now, about all that resolve we've got spare. Let me see. State this Wolverine. Oh, man, he's all sorts of screwed. I think we probably don't need to do a precision shot on this guy. We'll just let rip and he'll die, in theory. Yeah, there he goes. So now I can do a precision strike on either the Spider or the Jenner. And yeah, so unlike that mission where I just charged into the middle of everything and gave myself a tough time, you've really seen how stupidly overpowered the weapons are in this one, where the odds were not quite so against us. What should I turn off? Oh, that's barely any heat. What if I flip these round? No. Alright, what about turn the small laser off? Yeah, that does it. Okay. It's just... Oh dear. I need names. I need to... Who did these weapons? Who balanced them? I need a name. Do you know, this is something... I'm not going to give you the full explanation of this, but I was having a conversation, let's just say, about when I was watching one of the Hairbrained streams, when they were talking about balancing the weapons, and they were saying, like, oh, the best way to balance weapons is just go, you know, to the extreme high and then dial it back from there. That's the easiest way to balance weapons. And coming from having played, you know, MechWarrior Online for years, a lot, and seeing PGI's balancing attempts of like, yeah, make it far too good and then nerf it into the ground, and just never really finding a good balance on a lot of things, going from one extreme to the other. I'm not of the opinion that the best way to balance things is to put it way too good and then nerf it down. I think there are better ways to balance than that. And when I saw on one of the Hairbrained streams, I can't remember what the name of the guy was now, but he was saying that about balancing. I knew at that point that these weapons were not going to be well balanced. They are, you know, almost all of them overpowered. Yes, I'm going to take this quick draw part because I want another fast mech that I can put coil rifles in. What's that? Don't know. Do I really want that? There's nothing else really though, is there? And it does complete a mech. I suppose I should take the Thunderbolt. Yeah. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So 2 complete mechs from that mission. So Lazy says, I come out of the old school days when balance wasn't really much of a thing. I like imbalance a bit. Everything perfectly balanced gets kind of bland. But I also don't like to play competitive games, so there's that. Yeah. Yeah. But balance is good for competitive games. I mean, yeah, this is a single player game. So it could be argued you don't have to balance it. You can, just play it how you want. But that being said, I like...
He's cleared for fighting.
The reason I like balance in a game like this is I like to be able to choose whatever I want to use without feeling like it's over or underpowered. Because when you know stuff's overpowered, there's always that temptation to use it because you're going to give yourself an easy time. And humans like giving themselves an easy time. And then there's the flip side of it where when you know weapons are underpowered, you just don't use them. So easy example of pointing out is the AC2 that I'm always banging on about in Commander's Edition. In Commander's Edition, the AC2 and the Flamers are usable, balanced weapons. In Vanilla Battletech, in my opinion, and I know lots of other people agree, they are not. The standard AC2, and you will notice in this, I'm not using AC2s because they're rubbish again. They're down to 25 damage. Pointless. Like, almost everything is better than the AC2, So I like feeling like I can just choose what I want without feeling under or overpowered, and therefore every option is viable and it's fun that way. They still have different flavors. They still have pluses and minuses about them, like the ballistics do stability damage and the missiles spread around and also do stability damage. The lasers, you don't get stability damage, but really efficient heat to damage ratio. There's still differences between them, but I like to feel like all the weapon systems are as viable as any other, and then I can just come up with whatever builds I feel like. And one thing to back that up is in my Commander's Edition campaigns, I've been using AC2s a lot, and it's not because I think AC2s are overpowered or really good now. It's because I've played about 2,000 odd hours of this game where AC2s were unusable. Now they're usable. I'm just like, well, this is nice for a change. I'll just use them because they're different. And then eventually I'll get bored of the novelty of it, and they'll be just equally viable with other things. I might throw one on a build here or there. I might not. But yeah, that's my view on it anyway. I think balance is good because of having all the toys being playable rather than some of the toys being in the the how to phrase it, in the garbage. Let's say, because in vanilla that's where my AC2s go. It's like, oh wow, I've got an AC2, fling over the shoulder. I'm never using that because it's terrible. But yeah, I'm sure you get what I mean. Hey Marshmallow, how you doing? Yeah, I mean the AC2s in Commander's Edition, they are balanced in my opinion. Harry did a good job with those, but in the vanilla game, no, not so much. And that also, even with the Ultra AC2s, I just want to point that out as well, because I do own a bunch of Ultra AC2s, which is nice. Where are they? Here we go. Yeah, so I've got 7 in total of those, because I've got an improved one as well. The improved one, that does have the extra 5 damage. It kind of becomes usable. It also weighs 1 ton less, but these ones, the 25 damage ones, I've not bothered with them, I know they're better than the standard AC2s because they're Ultra AC2s, so they're obviously overpowered compared to the standard AC2s, but they're underpowered compared to the other Ultra ACs, so I would rather take the 5s, 10s or 20s. So these Ultra AC2s have just kind of been neglected, and that's why I just think they're not as good. But I tell you, I think the most overpowered thing I've seen out of the ballistics is probably this. Ultra AC20, minus 3 tons, plus 20 damage. Just, what? What were you thinking? Oh my god. It's just, yeah, and I am going to stick it in a king crab. I am going to use it. Just, like I said, this is a short-lived campaign where we're just playing vanilla until Commander's Edition mod rebalances everything, and we'll go back to playing that for a while. But it's fun. It's fun in the short term to like I said, wander around with overpowered god mode stuff. But I would certainly lose interest a lot quicker than I do in a well balanced game. And yeah, testament to that is how many hours I've spent playing this game, thanks to the mods. Or specifically thanks to BattleTech Extended 3025 and BattleTech Extended Commander's Edition. those two mods of what have kept me playing so many hours. Anyhow, I have been waffling long enough. I did say I'm going to do a short stream today because I've only had 2 hours sleep. We had to take William to be registered. He is now officially a real human. So he's been registered today. But I cannot survive for another 2 hours, I'm afraid. Maybe if MechWarrior 5 had come out, the adrenaline rush of a new game might have kept me going a little bit longer. I'm just going to refresh that page one more time, see if the code's there. But I believe Garrison's second information dump that it won't be ready until 3 p.m. his time, so that's just in time for me to finish my normal stream anyway, so I would still have to wait till tomorrow. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there, I'm going to rest up, and I'll be good to go tomorrow, and we will be playing MechWarrior 5 tomorrow. In theory, assuming Garrison manages to sleep and is around on time, we will be co-oping MechWarrior 5 tomorrow. Hopefully it's as much fun as we had with Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and you know, there are no helicopters for him to crash in this, so I think everything could go swimmingly well. But no, joking aside, I'm really looking forward to it. He says what? Really looking forward to playing some MechWarrior 5 tomorrow. Excited to see whether it's good or not. There are helicopters for you to blow up, that's right, Garrison, but they're ones you're supposed to blow up, so it's all going to be good, buddy. It's all good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what PGI have done with it, whether it turns out to be a good game or not. Either way, I've parted with my money, so you don't have to, and we'll give it a try, and you can make your own minds up on what you think of it once you've seen it. One thing I do want to mention, though, actually, is I had a bit of an exchange with Epic Games, because obviously I bought the MechWarrior 5 before PGI announced they were linking up with Epic Games. Now, with them now linking up with them, I thought, oh crap, the game comes out today. I don't even have an Epic Games account. Do I need an Epic Games account to play MechWarrior 5? I better create one. So I created one, and then I sent a support ticket because I couldn't find any information on it. So I sent a support ticket to their support saying, hi, I bought the game from PGI before they announced the, you know, blah, 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 filled them in on those details. And I said, I just want to know, you know, how do I hook up MechWarrior 5 with my Epic Games account, or can you do it? I did explain I'm a streamer. I want to make sure I'm playing it from the 26th for beta early access. Well, it's going to end up being the 27th now because, of course, PGI don't give a damn about Europe, do they? But never mind. Yeah, so and I messaged them that, and the ticket I got in reply from Epic Games was, oh, you bought the game from PGI, so basically we can't help you. I was like, yeah, I told you I bought it from PGI. They're like, oh yeah, we checked our records and it seems that you didn't buy it from us, you bought it from PGI. I'm like, that was in like the first line of my ticket. Like, do you not read? Like, I wrote to you, hi, I bought it from PGI, blah, blah, you know, oh God, it drove me insane. So I ended up writing back, I was saying, yeah, congratulations on being the most useless support service I've ever encountered, because all you actually did is told me what I told you myself in the original ticket. Well done. Really, really stellar work there. So yeah, I said I'll pursue that with PGI. But anyway, just to fill you guys in case you're also in the same boat, because I mean, another thing I said to Epic is, like, you know, considering all the shenanigans that went on, I thought you'd be better prepared to be expecting potentially confused customers, you know, around this time, but apparently they weren't. Yes, Marshmallow's pointing out the instructions are on the MechWarrior 5 site. I did find that afterwards. So they've said that they will give you a key on your profile page on the MechWarrior 5 site. So make sure you've got a, you know, an account on that. I assume if you bought the game, you will have. I've been refreshing my profile page over and over since it hit the 26th to see if that key shows up. Obviously, it hasn't so far. But yeah, so you get that, and I think then you can input that key to Epic Games. But it does seem that the support staff at Epic Games do not know this. So they were utterly useless. So I did tell them I'd share my experience with my viewers, so there we go, I just did. So yeah, not really impressed with that. Sarge says, what's a Europe? What's a Europe? What's a Europe? Have you never heard the final countdown? You should Google that if you haven't. Yeah, so that was a bit frustrating to deal with, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will all work out in the end. But it would have been nice if the Epic Games guys actually knew what was going on there. So yeah, some of you will be not surprised by this, but yeah. Marshmallow says, better than my interactions with EA Origin customer support. Actually, I had to use that. I think my account got hacked at some point. I had to go through them. They weren't too bad for me, EA. They certainly weren't worse than Epic. But yeah, if you had a tough time with the Marshmallow, you have my sympathy. It's always a pain in the butt going through support for anything, isn't it? Especially when you end up getting someone particularly unhelpful. But they're not all like that. So, some are better than others, aren't they? But yeah, okay. Let's find someone to raid rather than me carry on whinging about my Epic Games experience. I was not impressed. I was not impressed one bit. And I told them as much. I mean, also bear in mind they caught like Grumpy Doyle who's not getting enough sleep. I mean, you don't really see that because I'm putting on the smiles and being nice, but when I get a really terrible answer from a support service, I didn't put any swears in. I didn't swear. I know he's just doing his job. I didn't swear or anything, but I did say a sarcastic congratulations at being the worst support service I've ever used. So yeah, I wasn't pulling all the punches, let's say. Just, you know, enough of them not to be a completely terrible person. Right, okay. I found someone we are going to raid. Get your speedos ready. We got a new person to raid. If I can type the command in correctly through my tiredness. No, come on. There we go. Have we done it? I think we've done it. Let's get this raid on. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate all the raids. Baby T, Codeine, all the new follows as well, and the bits. Oh my God, so many bits today as well. Thank you so much, guys. And welcome, and thank you to all the new guys following as well. Hopefully you will join me tomorrow at the usual time of 3 p.m. UK time or 10 a.m. Eastern, where we'll be playing some MechWarrior 5 in theory, assuming it all goes to plan. Right, let's get that raid on now. And thank you so much. Get your speedos.